Yo, 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 yo. What's good? What's happening, people? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's work week's going well. Hope you guys making bands, expanding your knowledge, expanding your women, expanding your stomachs with food, expanding in life. The expansion of life is what we're here to talk about today. Hope everybody's doing well. Who do we have? We got 15 people here. What up, Wolf Nah? What's good, JR? What's up, Sydney Evans? Full body gang, absolutely. What up, Francisco? What up, Vato Pac? What's good, Siston Sage? What's good, Bensei Sama? What's up, Sunday Lollipop? What's good? Zodiac Nemiko, Cash King, what's happening? Lutich, Neo, Cruller the Goat, Tristan Hitchens, Kenner B, what's good? Been a while, man, hey, right? What's up? What's happening? Axon Jackson, Panguino, what's going down? So we drinking? What? Why would we drink? Why would we ever drink? That doesn't make any sense. Who drinks? What? Drinking is for degenerates. That doesn't make any sense. Foolish. What's going on, guys? Man, listen. It's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. I want to discuss it. I want to have fun today. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, that being said, um, I'm ready to have fun tonight. This is actually one of my favorite streams to do, but this is only the third time I've actually been able to do this. Because I'm not much of a big night streamer. It's not how I get down. It's like Brago and Jay and Matt and them lane. I don't really do it at night. So when I do it, it's typically really fun because most people are free, available. It's a weeknight, weekend night, and that's how we get down. This is the third edition. I do believe it got very drunk and very crazy. Second time. Um, Vato Pax and Virgo, what would you call your pirate crew? Um, a long time ago, about back when I had 200 subs. Vato, you probably were there. Do you remember when somebody used to call us the ghetto pirates? You know what I'm talking about? Nope, I don't want to reinstall to start Windows. Kenner B said, I haven't been in the community for a while. In real life, issues took up my time for real. Just cut up to all the manga slash drama I miss. Hey man, welcome back. Welcome back. The manga community will welcome you back with on open arms, and the One Piece community will bear hug you. That's how we get out. I cannot wait. I want to talk about One Piece. I feel like last stream people feel like they didn't get their daily dose of One Piece from me. That's fair. Um, before I go any further, before I go any further, I want to award Carter-san with the moderator. Welcome to the Blue Ridge Gang, brother. Welcome to the Blue Ridge Gang, Carter-san. What it do, chief? Virgo's Power Crew with the Nightshades. That was racially motivated, Penguino. Penguino, that was racially motivated. I'm upset. I'm just kidding. I don't care. One Piece episode was stinky. I didn't see it. But yeah, we're going to talk about One Piece. We'll talk about the One Piece anime. We will talk about the One Piece live action Netflix and the actors in it. I'm excited for that conversation. I'm probably going to have people in here for that conversation. But welcome, Carter-san. I feel that. About to pass the fuck out. She Lutage. What we smoking on? Oh, smoking. Smoking. I don't smoke. I don't do that. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't. I don't know what you guys are talking about. The Drunken Pirates. It's not a bad name. It's not a bad name at all. I was thinking about doing this on Twitter. Um, but since I actually forgot to Gucci Hat Luffy, yeah, you got a Virgo stream. I like the name. But since I wasn't able to actually put a post out on Twitter today, how about we do this? So I wanted to have a bit of a question and answer sort of type deal, like I did back in the past. Sage knows what I'm talking about. I would like to. Y'all can ask me questions. Y'all don't have to do. Y'all ain't gotta donate. Y'all ain't gotta do none of that. Just ask me questions. I'm looking right at the chat. I'll look at all of them. I'll answer your questions as long as they're not too egregious. Um, Penguino said, "I'm just waiting on the next Berserk stream." Me too. Um, the last Berserk, man, I was so shook by the turn of events that happened, and I'm so far removed from Berserk that I haven't done it in months that I don't know how I feel going back to it. If there's a big enough audience that would like me to go back to Berserk streams, then I would do that. But I don't think there is. I don't know if there is. Um, Episode 1000 is next week, Virgo. Are you excited? Yeah, of course I'm excited. It's a goaded episode. That's a Liddy episode. Isn't that is it the episode of How Far Will Your Ceiling Go? I can't remember. Is that Red Rock? Is that Red Rock episode? I think it is. What are your top 5 favorite shonen? Ooh, lordy. Uh, One Piece. I can't do them in order. One Piece. Um, Bleach. My Hero Academia. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Hunter x Hunter. Scrap that. I trade My Hero Academia for Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen for sure. Zodiac Nemiko said, "Would the sky split if you and Jay clashed?" Absolutely, absolutely. That would be a conqueror's clash. It really would be. That would be. I don't know. Me and Jay clashing. I'm getting big Shanks and Whitebeard vibes. I'm not old, sick, and dying, but I've been around a little longer than Jay. And Jay's hot right now. Jay's hot in these streets. And Shanks is hot as he's a Yonko, current Yonko. Shanks is hot in the streets. So I would say JB and Shanks would make sense. Whitebeard, I'm a bit of a veteran, you know. I think that'll be a very nice clash. Oh, what do you want to see happen story wise in the story of Wano? In Wano, that's a good one. In Wano, I don't know. I don't know, and I'm gonna keep it honest. Why I say I don't know. I don't think I could realistically write a story in the manner that Oda does. I wouldn't have any opinions to be able to steer his story in any real logical way. I remember I had all my different things in Whole Cake. I was talking about like, oh, during the during Luffy fighting the enraged army would have been a perfect moment for him to use his conqueror's haki, or explain more of this and reverie. But I feel in Wano, there's so many different avenues that could go down. I'm not entirely sure. I have to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. Oh my God. Gucci Hat Luffy said, "When are the Henny Cool brothers coming back?" So you know what? Um, as far as the Henny Cool brothers go, it's gonna be a little while before we do get together for an episode. But me and Jay have been chatting about it. Me and Jay, I damn near talk to him every other day. We've been talking about it, and there might be something in the works. Wait on it. That's chapter 1000, episode 1000, adapting 989. Gotcha. If you could have two devil fruits like Blackbeard, what would they be? Rubbing my hands together like Birdman. Two devil fruits, and what would they be? Um, wow. If I had two devil fruits, um, I think personally, the two devil fruits that I would want would be a Nell's lightning fruit, and then I would want Bartol's barrier fruit. I think that's a perfect offense and defense. Or imagine I trap you in a barrier and then put lightning everywhere. That's some stone cold shit. That's some stone cold shit. But two fruits I think would be a good combo are Nico Robbins and Laws. Imagine you're shambling around and then you make hands appear on somebody and then you gamma knife them. I think that's a crazy, crazy, crazy combination. With the Hito Hito no Mi and the Opi Opi no Mi. Yeah. Uh, it's not out of the question for me to come back with Berserk. Judge to the left, mid G, dry on them sheets. Yo, your name is wild. Your name is wild. Funny as hell. Anyone else in the community confirmed to have Conquerors hockey? The streets need to know. King of Lightning, Rogers Base, Brago, Taekwon, Bensei, Mugiwara, Matt B, Sage. She unlocked Conquerors a little while ago. Seastone Sage. Uh, I'm trying to think. Mr. Morge, Dritz. Those are the Conquerors Kings users for sure. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more. Who wins between Mr. One and Kiros? Kiros. Should be Kiros. Kiros is hockey. If not, then Mr. One. But it should be Kiros. If you could pick one devil fruit from each category, what would they be? I'm definitely taking Anel's lightning fruit from from the Logias. As far as Zoans go, I gotta go Kaido, Koi Koi. And then as far as Paramecia goes, that once again the Opi Opi no Mi with Law. I want Elbaf to happen as well. When is Joy Boy coming on the Henny Cool Brothers? Absolutely never. Absolutely never. Joy Boy, the chances on Joy Boy ever even being on this channel are slim to none. Slim to none. I don't see Joy Boy ever being on this channel. I don't see Joy Boy even wanting to be on my channel. First of all, what would be the appeal of him wanting to come here? I'm ignorant. What does he want to talk to me for? What awakening do you want to see? Luffy's. I want to see Bound Man. For those of you that watch My Hero Academia or read My Hero Academia, um, Gentle, the gentle villain, um, his bouncy quirk is kind of how I picture Luffy's awakening to be, and I really hope that's the case. Robin's Devil Fruit Conqueror's Code. Oh my god. Sage, what the fuck? I'd want the nuts and nuts who know me and the sniff sniff know me to have the power of sticky and smelly girl. What in the fuck are you talking about? Bruh. Will Alfiji I'll read your deleted comment, North. Vergo, will Alfiji be in Brago's top 30 this year? Because I want to see that nigga still try and defend Zoro over Luffy again like last year. Fuck. There's no way. Fiji will be there. Fiji will be there. But there's no way he has an argument for that. At all. What are your thoughts on the live action cast? I think they look awesome. I think Nami is the perfect Nami. I'm gonna get into that later. I want to talk more about that later when I got some guys in here. But I think Nami looks awesome. I like the Sanji guy over here working on his kicks. That's tight. I do believe the Zoro guy is a martial artist. And you know, Usopp a nigga. Usopp a nigga. We win. Big W's. God Usopp, brother. Okay, Sydney Evans. If Luffy wasn't the only person to make it to Raftel, and the Straw Hats had to race for the One Piece, who would their rivals be? Examples: Luffy versus Kid versus Blackbeard. So, I mean, there's a theory that I kind of agree with that it's going to be the Blackbeard pirates, and Blackbeard is going to probably reach the One Piece first, and it's going to be something that's going to end up in his demise. Virgo, Steph or Katie for MVP? Steph Curry. Steph Curry is a man on a mission right now, and the Warriors are literally 10-1. Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Oh, you thought he was my guy? Virgo is Rayleigh and Jay is Gaimon. That's wild. Oh my god. You saucing the VC link? Maybe. Maybe I am. Okay, let's see. Any thoughts on doing? Lutich Neo said. Any thoughts on doing an end of the year top 30 system with some of the homies from the top 30 stream with some of the homies from the discussion streams? Uh, well, maybe. I feel like I feel like I'd love to do it with them. A structured format like that is time consuming. So one that has to be that there has to be an open schedule for all parties, and my homies are very busy. And I'm already doing a top 30 with Braga, so I feel like no one's gonna want to hear my thoughts. I'll be repetitive on my part. You know, what's up, young Obama? Kozuki Zaki, you have such a way with words. Steph is treating this season like it's cum sock. Wow. Judge should have left Minji dry on them sheets is one of the funniest names I've seen in a while. Any predictions for chapter 1032? Um, I don't think we're gonna finish the Sanji fight. I think now we cut to Zoro. We cut to Zoro versus King. A tidbit of what Yamato's got going on. Back to Drake as well. I think the other Straw Hats are gonna start linking up and try to figure some things out. And then Orochi's probably gonna reappear. Is what I believe. Fuck you, Carter. You remember that top 29? Brago's on bullshit. Y'all should bring Wing on Brago's top 30. That's up to Brago, man. That's up to Brago. That's up to Brizzy. Shout out to Brago and Wing. Did I watch the Warriors versus Bulls game last night? No, I didn't feel like throwing up. I didn't feel like throwing up. Did you watch the Warriors versus Bulls game? Oh, I already read that. No. Thoughts on Crown Royal being a bad choice when you're past your limit? If I'm not mistaken, any sort of alcohol is a mistake when you're past your limit. Or am I wrong? I'm pretty sure they're all a mistake. I'm pretty sure all alcohol is a bad idea. If you pass your limit, you pass your limit, playboy. You know? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, last chapter was so interesting. Sanji's just he's interesting, man. Ray Nephews is the only bad choice. What the fuck is Ray Nephews? DVSV Flood said Rizo's gonna be the one to kill Orochi. Rizo is such a lame character. Rizo is a lame ass character, and so is Fukurakujo. I am not going to allow myself to be earlobe beaten for panel upon panel. Panel upon panel. No, the flying earlobes are whack. Earlobe crackers, bro. What is that? What is that? Do you think the Bulls can make a deep run? Pause. In the playoffs. Yes. I see. I can see us going to the Eastern Conference Finals if the stars align. One of the best teams in the East right now, you know? Sanji's my favorite Straw Hat, so I love when Oda doesn't make him look like a bitch. But Sage said it's like the London lads Hennessy. It's clear and rum. Damn, hell juice, huh? If they spin an episode on earlobes, I'm dropping the series. If I get a chapter full of earlobes, I'm dropping the series. Let it be known. Penguino, I'm not answering that question. You wildin', Penguino. You know you wildin'. Madara says, serious statement. We gotta stop letting dudes derail the One Piece chapter discussions. Madara, serious statement. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Whatever. Penguino says, hey yo, what if Fukurokujo uses earlobes like a dick? And you thought that that was okay to put out there for public consumption? Sir? 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 What's up, Madtown? Ready for Bleach Thousand Year Blood War anime and your thoughts of the one shot. The one shot was great. I love getting to see a lot of the peoples. Um I was really shook seeing Zion Laparo. But I'm very, very excited for the Thousand Year Blood War. And I'm excited for Bleach to be back. Hey Virgo, do you think Oda has been slacking recently in the manga because he's been distracted by the live action? No, I do not. At the end of the day, Oda's going to make the manga his main source that he really wants to do. We may not agree with everything that Oda does, but at the same time, we've been reading this 1,000 chapters deep, and he's a mangaka that has come through for us time and time again. There are those that think otherwise, grits, but it is what it is. Kaido versus Big Mom. Who you got, Kaido? Kaido. What do you think Robin's awakening would be like with her fisherman karate and hockey? I'm pretty sure what she just did was awakening. She gained fangs and everything. If that devil child shit wasn't awakening, then she's broken. I don't know. I thought that was awakening, personally. I thought it was. Viola's a Stockholm syndrome. Jesus Christ. Well, let's see what the guys is on. Why can't you? Suck my dick. King Taz said, all these do with these dick joke or questions have issues with some such shit. Shaking my head. Listen, man. I think it's a reflection of my channel. I think it is. All right, man. Let's get sauce. Let's get fun. No, Penguin, are you good? Keep wilding, Chief. I don't care. Ugh. We have a $10 donation from Pedrostio M. He said, you gotta stop hating on the earlobes. Luffy is going to be Kaido with them things. Boy, if you don't. No. No, no, no. 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 Sydney Evans. How do you feel about Kaido and Big Mom in the live action if we make it that far? Do you think they'll be huge? Do you think we'll get a giant Kaido phone from the Sky Islands? So here's where it gets scary. Here's where it gets scary with the live action, right? Because I feel like certain things like that, Kaido and Big Mom and Paramecius and Fishman, I feel like they have to be CGI to an extent, you know? They're gonna be CGI, you know? But I don't know. I have faith that there's gonna be some very good stuff coming. I'm not a huge fan of CGI being in a One Piece story, but I mean, how else? I don't know what crazy animations or graphics they're gonna add to make that gentleman stretch his body throughout the entire show. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Which One Piece YouTuber have you never collabed with but want to? I've collabed with a lot of guys. I have. A lot of them are my good friends now. But a One Piece YouTuber that I've never collabed with or even been in discussion with, um, I really do want to sit down with Sawyer. I want to sit down with Sawyer Seven Mage, and get his thoughts on things and bring out a little bit more out of him, just the analytical side. I want to see him joke around. I want to see him get a little bit out of himself because I know he likes to stay in his bubble. So I like to talk to him, show my goofy side, see a little bit of his goofy side, talk some good old One Piece, and really get some info out of him. Do I read any webtoons? Yeah, I've read God of High School. I'm still currently reading Tower of God, and I've read Dog Nigger, greatest webtoon there is. How do you see Queen versus Midgy? Midgy is fucking hilarious. How do you see Queen versus Midgey going? Man just hit him with a Hell's Memories and watched Queen walk it off like he stubbed his toe. Queen probably was around when Jeb was in the lab. Um, well, no, he wasn't around when Jeb was in the lab because that's why he's so curious to see Germatech. Um, Sanji's probably gonna get serious and whoop his ass. He hasn't used any of his best stuff. He just used Hell's Memories. I don't think it's his best attack. He's gonna go crazy. I think Sanji's. I think it's gonna end up being about a high diff. Queen's gonna get some attacks in. It's gonna be good. Keep it a bean, Virgo. Have you seen that Rick and Morty by song by Soldier Boy anytime? Rick, Rick, Rick. You damn right I have. Carter San with a $20 donation to new mod Carter San said, pull up a shot, everybody. Damn right, you damn right. Ah, woo! I'm not gonna say Joy Boy. Madison, we have not collabed. I'd be free to collab with you, but I mean, define a collab because we've been on streams together. So when I hear people say collab, I think of it as never talking to them, like we've never done anything before. Um, but I guess if we're talking about solo projects, no, we have not, Madison. Tower of Midwell. I'd highly recommend Hardcore Leveling Warrior. I've heard of that. Yeah. Dog nigga, yeah, man. What's wrong with that, Monterey? You don't like dog nigga, brother? For shame. For shame. Da, 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 da. And when I start getting people in here, feel free to ask them questions as well. I love when the guys get in here and they get a part of the questionnaire. It's very funny. Excuse me. Fuck Joy Boy. Wow. I didn't say that. Are you watching Usama ranking? That's some heat. No, Straw Hat Kevin. I'm not privy to it. I'm not aware. Madara, I think it's very twisted. Wolf said Virgo's schedule is ass on solo vid collabs. I mean, you want to know something funny? No one really asked me. Only person has asked me within a while is Wolf Nara. I haven't actively asked anyone myself, but Wolf Nara is the only one who's actually asked me to do. No, I'm sorry. Almighty Fish Mix is the only one who's actually asked me to do a video collab. I'm almost always say yes. Fish has been unfortunately catching me in times where I can't collab. How are you liking JJK lately? Also, when are we getting a stream with the boys I know? Jay, Lass, Townsy, even Brago, and others have ready. We'll see one day. It's hard to get people together for a JJK stream. But I'm loving JJK lately. Um, the judgment powers are amazing. I love Itadori on trial. It's The powers in JJK, Toddy's not gonna like this. Hunter x Hunter could never. Hunter x Hunter could never. So intriguing with this cursed energy. So intriguing. Jujutsu Kaisen is a treat. It's very, it's week to week. I'm very, very enthralled every time. Very, very enthralled. Let's see. Let's invite people I don't normally invite. Wait, what's up with King Recon? Huh? What's up with the king? Let's get some cats in here, huh? What's this? Oh, what? No, Dog Nigga's a real manga. That is a real thing. Vergo, who are you taking one on one? Zoro or Law? Zoro. I'm going Zoro. Last year I would have said Law. Last year I would have said Law, but Zoro's progression is absurd. I gotta go with Zoro over Law now, guys. Sorry. Sorry. I had to do it to him. Sorry. Nigga, I asked you constantly elsewhere. Wolf, I really don't remember you asking me to collab. Maybe join a stream. I don't know. I don't know about like a collab video. Yeah, I'll be out. I'll be in these streets. I'll be in these streets, Wolf. I'm fucking sorry. I'll be in the streets. We outside. Watch Usama ranking. It's like 5 episodes out. Great plot and action so far. Okay. Invite Stebo. We'll see. Can you do a shout out to my buddy Mufat? Shout out Mufat. Afa. You said correct answer. Well, okay, what if I would have said law? You were gonna shun me? Is that what was gonna happen? Let me see, let me see, let me see. I'm gonna say Mama Kusa. I'm gonna say Mama Kusa. I be off them motherfucking drugs, off them drugs. Yeah, I be off them motherfucking drugs, off them drugs. I'm off them motherfucking drugs, off them drugs. Don't worry about it. I'm off the motherfucking drugs. Catch you with these motherfucking slugs. I'm off these motherfucking drugs, off these drugs, off these. I'm off these motherfucking drugs. Woo. In the late night hours. on loud as hell, bud. You don't be outside, you be pillow talking. Hey, hold on. I don't be pillow talking good. I be outside politicking. You know what I'm talking about? You think Zoro hiding some next level Ashura in his left eye? Like 100 type Guanyin Batitsabu? No. We gonna do something? I bet. Ain't nothing but a thing, Wolf. He said, who got the gas? Oh man, so many smokers in my chat. You goddamn degenerates. I'm off these motherfucking drugs. JD Legend says Virgo smells like poo poo. Wow, he's mature. He's real mature. You jamoke. Bro, I just realized I didn't join my own Google Meets. So I had no idea if anyone was trying to get in. All right, guys. If you're trying to get in, send it again. I'm so sorry. What's up, resale wizard? Also, your name is hilarious. Yo, Jay, how do you feel about the dude in the chat named Judge should have left Midgie on dry on them sheets? Wow, my chat is so sus. F in the chat for susness. Well, if it isn't Roger DeLuigi, the first of my guests to join today.
Welcome. Hello. Yeah, I can't stay for long. I got your little your DM on Twitter, but I was like, you know what? I'll hop in for a little bit.
You know what?
See what Vergo's up to.
Why not?
How have you been,
back
man?
to the ghetto side of things, right?
We got the One Piece break going on this week. Got some big news coming next week with episode 1000. It's gonna be good. Oh yeah, well, I'm hosting the whole fucking watch party. Of course, I'm excited. Yeah,
you are actually.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm hosting the official watch party on Funimation and on Crunchyroll and stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, dude, it's going to be. Without saying anything or teasing too much, it's going to be a good show. I think people should absolutely stay tuned. There's going to be some exciting stuff in that watch party. So make sure to tune in.
And you know what else I'm excited to see?
What's up?
I'm excited to see my boy JD be a judge in your panel.
Oh, is JD in here right now?
Huh?
Is JD in here right now?
He's in the chat right now.
Oh, nice. What's going on, JD? How are you, buddy?
Yeah, because I know Jay had prescribed to want to be in the panel, and I think you should let him.
Oh, in the you mean the Manga of the Year panel?
Correct.
Well, people got to vote for him, man. That's it. I'm going by judge's choice. So if people vote for Jay, obviously I'm going to get Jay in there. I haven't even looking at any of those yet. I should probably pull that up. Let me see. We got I could give you an early track of what's leading right now in terms of the polls. Hold on, let me type this in here. Manga of the Year Google form. So currently we are at 5,788 individual responses. That's not including per category. So you times that by 4, and that's how many people have already voted. Which is insane. Yeah. And then currently right now, the first choice, the 5 leads are One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Black Clover, Berserk, and Eden Zero. Second choice, 5 leading ones are One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, and Kingdom. And third choice, number 1 choices are Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Tokyo Revengers, and Berserk.
I really hope Jujutsu Kaisen wins.
Yeah. JJK, I'm just going to get in the panel for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I have no idea what that list was, but the fact Hunter x Hunter wasn't included in it pisses me off.
It's only for this year. It's only for this year, Tony. Don't worry. It's only for this year. Yeah. It's for stuff currently being published.
I wish Kingdom had an English, actual official release, because it would sell so much more.
Oh, yeah. It'd be huge.
Yeah.
Let me actually hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. I can tell you guys the other stuff. I can give you who's currently number one nomination for Manga of the Year judge is Tekking right now. Second place, unbelievably, is Sensei. Actually, Sensei's coming through.
Okay,
He's getting a lot of votes.
Pause. I don't think you understand how large his following is.
No, I do, but it's like you'll hear who the other ones are, and you're going to be like, "Whoa!"
Okay.
Because underneath Sensei is then Masked Man, King of Lightning, Chibi Reviews, and then it's Tekking again, but a different spelling. Totally Not Mark. I don't know how to say this guy's name. Gigguk. How do I say his name? Gigguk, okay.
Gigguk.
And then Scamboli Reviews, who I've never even heard of before. Yeah.
Look at
Roger,
you, Jay. Not
personal-
even on the list.
Personal opinion, Gigguk would not be entertaining.
Gamboli is pretty cool. I've watched one of his videos before.
Hey, okay.
Wait, why are people saying Jay? Jay? I just said Jay. I literally just said Jay.
Yeah.
Did you?
He's between Chibi and the other guy whose name I couldn't pronounce.
Gigguk.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
Yeah.
I think he may have cut off when you said
I think
Oh, because I was scrolling. That might have been. Yeah. I was gonna say Jay's already getting a lot of votes. What are you talking
So
about?
Roger,
Don't be
how
disrespecting
many
Jay.
are you allowing in?
I'm screaming.
10. It's gonna be 10. Yeah.
I think you've got yourself a good panel there.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. And obviously, it's like I haven't even really done a push yet on like a manga chapter review because there hasn't been a One Piece thing, and I haven't streamed at all really this week. I got my booster on Wednesday, and I was messed up, and so I've just been sort of relaxing. Yeah,
you were messed up. You were messed up. I got mine like a couple days ago, and I was perfect.
Yeah, my booster. The weird thing is, I get Pfizer. My first and second Pfizer, my Pfizers were fine when I got them my first and second time, and then my booster, bro, knocked me on my ass for 24 hours. I mean, I was out.
Yeah, my booster was.
But I'm good now, and I'd much rather, I'd rather
like when I got the COVID shot, I had severe arm pain, but no real symptoms.
That's what I had, Vergo. But
Yeah.
With my
mine was arm pain. I had a fever though. I had a pretty bad fever.
You had a fever? What the fuck?
Yeah, I had a pretty bad fever.
Sometimes it happens.
But I'm good otherwise now. I'm fine. So totally worth it.
Yeah, you sound chipper, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jay.
But those are the early nominees. Yeah.
Yeah. Jay was cheating using his Twitter following to get all them votes.
I don't think so.
I think Jay's doing the same. I'm kidding.
That's crazy.
Jay, why would you not use that?
Jay, hold on, wait. I want to say this right now. Jay, I honestly feel like has within the last year become one of my favorite One Piece content creators, genuinely, because I think
That's awesome.
We have like a very specific and different voice that is unlike pretty much anybody else who's doing like reviews or reactions or anything like that. But you're also like genuinely funny. Like you're actually like, I think there's some people who will come across as like trying to be funny. Your shit is genuinely funny. Every time I tune in, it's a good time.
That's good too.
So well done. I got to say, whatever you're doing, keep it up, man.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
That's crazy. All those ideas me and Jacko throw at you, they're paying off.
Roger, I have mods that abuse me on a daily basis to do work.
Mods that abuse me?
That abuse me. My mods are very.
Mods that abuse you. Oh, you probably
number one.
Oh, I absolutely deserve it.
Yeah, number one on that list right here. Abusing this man almost every day.
I love it.
That's funny, man.
No, who else? So you said 10 guys. I think you only named about 7 people.
Well, I'll go down the list again. Let's see. Because a bunch of these too is like, you got to remember when Google Forms fills it out, Google Forms will do it where like, it won't include every alternate spelling. So like One Piece is on some of these like 3 different times in all caps, like with certain things uncapitalized.
I mean, you have Tekking twice.
Right. So that's probably why I accidentally skipped J, because I was going through and it was like Tekking was misspelled. So it's Tekking right now, currently, for the 10, top down would be Tekking, Sensei, Masked Man,
okay,
King of Lightning,
5,
Chibi Reviews,
6,
J,
7.
Gets another Tekking. This is another Sensei.
We'll get some other white guys.
Totally not Mark. Totally not Mark. Totally not Mark. Gigguk, Mr. Morge, and then I have no idea who this person is. Iron Nancy.
Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea. That's why I asked.
I've never even heard the name in passing. Dead ass. I've never heard it once.
Yeah, I don't know.
Brock, I'm surprised.
Iron, like, do they do One Piece or do they do anime?
Let me hold on. I could go one by one and tell you how many votes Brago got. Let me look. Hold on.
Iron Man.
For nominated judge, I don't think Brago really got any. Hold on, let me look.
4,000 subscribers. They must have a good following.
Let me see. Nominate judge for Manga of the Year, going down.
They've got 800 videos.
Damn.
I mean, I'm like scrolling and I still don't see a Brago.
Videos, yeah.
Most of these are just like, and then who's this? Shonen OG is another one.
Shonen OG. Okay.
Shonen Luigi.
Okay.
We know OG.
Okay, J Cloud Anime Talk is another one after that.
Never heard of them.
I love J Cloud.
Axel Ablaze. I don't know some of these guys.
Said Alexis
Mother's
Texas?
Basement.
I know Mother's Basement.
Sea Dog VA. Another one for Scamboli. Joy
Bro,
Girl.
get
Now there's
Stromboli the fuck
Brago.
outta
Now I
here.
see Brago. Here's Brago. Yeah.
Damn.
Where's Mugiwara
That's surprising.
Matt B?
Brago's down
I'm
there.
very surprised. Yeah, Brago's
Yeah.
very popular. So that's
I think it's because people know that they want like people who are reading lots of series versus just doing like
That's
One Piece.
fair.
I think that's why like Grand Line's not on here, R's not on here, Brago's not
You know
on here.
what?
It's because people know them as One Piece
And I'm
people.
gonna be completely honest. I'm really surprised to not see what's that trolley man? What's his name?
Trolling, man.
He trolls all the time. You know who I'm talking about. He's very
Oh,
popular.
Nux?
He's like a
Nux.
Nux. There we go. Nux.
Yeah. Nux is on here. He got 4 votes. I mean, I could go, if you're interested at all. I mean, I could go down some of these right now for where we are.
Run it.
Quick, like for first choice. So these get 3 points each. These are like people's number 1 picks.
Oh, they're
in
doing 3
order
at a time.
currently. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
currently, these are the top 10 for first choice. It's One Piece, Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, Berserk, Eden Zero, My Hero Academia,
Whoa, I wasn't
Attack on
expecting
Titan, Tokyo Revengers, Kingdom, and Record of
Tokyo
Ragnarok.
Avengers love.
Those are the top 10. Yeah. And then if you go to second choice, the top 10 are currently One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Berserk, Kingdom, Tokyo Revengers, Dr. Stone, a series called Dandadan.
Dandadan is very good.
Okay.
I will be talking about Dandadan in that stream, by the way.
Spy
Very,
Family, and then Blue
Oh,
Lock.
James like,
Those
I'm
are-
gonna
yeah.
find this. What you talking about?
Yeah, Spy Family and Blue Lock round out that second choice top 10.
And Blue Lock,
And
that
then-
soccer one?
I think so, yeah. And then third choice is Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, Black Clover, Tokyo Revengers, Berserk, Kingdom, Dadan or whatever, Spy Family, Attack on Titan, Sakamoto Days, and
I've heard
then
of
this
that.
is another series that I've not heard of. Hold on, how do I even say Blue Period?
There is a
That's
series called
contradictory.
Blue Period.
Never mind, I was wrong. Never mind.
I'm just
I vote for the one that doesn't include One Piece.
Fuck you.
That one actually has taste.
Toddy, stop.
Well, that's One Piece wasn't really in the top 10 of the third choice, I think, as most people did 1 and 2.
My thing is,
Yeah.
so Roger, do you follow Tokyo Revengers?
I don't know.
You don't. So are you just gonna have people in there like a series you don't follow?
That's yeah. So what's basically happening to counteract what happened last year is I'm having people come in specifically if they know a series. So I'm going to reach out to all the top 10 people who were like the nominated judges to be like, hey, just so you guys know, people voted for you guys to be in.
Yeah.
But then I'm going to have those judges tally up what they've actually read and then like segment their time to actually talk about those series.
Okay.
And the bracket is also going to be smaller than last year. So last year we had 32 and it was a double bracket.
Mhm.
So this year is going to be brought down to a regular basic 8-man bracket. So there's only going to be 8 finalists. Yeah.
You downsize the
Yeah.
shit
So
out
there's
that.
not even going to be a top 10. Yeah. Well, because I realized after last year's stream that people just want to have more time to talk about these series individually. So we could go one by one before even going through the bracket, talk about them, and then actually talk about the matchups and then go through the whole process. Yeah.
Work. Let's bet.
Yeah.
When is? I'm sorry. I'm keep asking questions because clearly I'm uninformed as fuck.
Oh, no problem. So voting ends midnight on the 26th. Finalists will be revealed on December 2nd, and then the winners will be decided live on December 16th.
Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good.
I'll probably pull up and watch.
It's going to be fun.
I'm excited
I'll
for
check it
that.
out. Poke fun at Jay as always. What up, big
Manga
guys?
of the year.
What's up, player?
I mean, my own personal vote, I got to throw JJK in the hat, man. I love that shit. Love that shit. I think it's every single week. It's a joy. It's a joy to read.
I'm going to be controversial,
Talk to me.
and I'm going to say that if I'm going to stand one this year, I'm still standing Attack on Titan despite the ending. I am in,
And I haven't even seen. I haven't seen the ending.
I am in the camp that actually did not hate the ending because I kind of knew where the story was going initially with Aaron. I won't say anything else, like in terms of spoiling things or whatever. But I kind of knew the direction Aaron was going in, and I felt like it was pretty obvious. But I think there were a lot of people who had their own ideas of what Aaron's story would be like, who got really upset. But I actually personally really loved like Attack on Titan as a whole this year. I think the 3 chapters that were published early on were exciting. So yeah, I had a good time, and I'll probably be defending the heck out of Attack on Titan.
What's on
You better have your Switch ready.
I love the first half of, I think it's season 4 of Attack on Titan.
That's where I'm at.
I picked up on the manga like a long time ago, and I was current with it up until, without spoiling too much, they were fighting on a structure where things came out of the structure.
Ooh, I know.
Sure.
I know.
And I thought, and I had an idea of where the story was going, and I refused to read the rest of Attack on Titan because I think it's going to end how I think it's going to end, and I don't want this series that I love so much to be tainted. So I just will not. I will not read it.
That's fair.
Hey, that people wrote their own ending, right? They did the Attack on Titan Requiem or whatever. So
wait, the fans wrote their own?
Yeah,
and
so the fans
worse.
got so.
You said it was worse.
It was to me, in my opinion, it was substantially worse. Yeah. And people got really mad at me because they were like, "You need to do live reactions to Attack on Titan Requiem." And so I did like a 30-second troll video where I'm like, "Hey, I've read it and I don't give a shit. I like the original ending better. Sorry."
Didn't the author make a redo ending too on his own as well?
No, it's not. Okay, so the author, I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to spoil Vergo, but like,
I'll be pissed off.
What Isayama did was basically he had already planned on doing bonus pages for the final volume, which go beyond where the ending of the story is and sort of give like an extra epilogue. But again, like, I feel like if you liked the ending, you probably liked those extra pages because the extra pages, like, that's how I expect this world ends. Like, so I actually enjoyed it. But I get why people wouldn't like it. So I'm not like, saying, "Oh, you can't have a different opinion." I just personally really enjoyed it.
A lot of the time, I'm of the belief that, you know what, your opinion is your opinion. I can't knock you for that.
For sure. Unless you think Kinemon not dying.
I'm going to clown you for sure.
Unless you think Kinemon not dying is actually good, in which case, like, you're trash. It's fine.
Hey, bro. Roger, let's keep it a buck. I've been arguing with motherfuckers about this.
Bro.
Like One Piece. I love One Piece to the death of me, and I
do too. You already know. Of course.
Talking to these dudes, they're just like, if you didn't see it, obviously you didn't see the sword go through him.
Oh my God.
In a certain angle, you didn't understand.
Sword that was very clearly 5 chapters before a stab and not a slice. Like, very clearly Kaido stabs him in the gut and doesn't slice him halfway through. Bro, and people are like, "No, but he did. It's an exact slice where Law cut him." It's like, all right, whatever, man.
And those battles, those fights, is like fighting motherfuckers about Big Mom's amnesia all over again.
Honestly, who cares though? Because Sanji's winning right now, and that's all that matters. Sanji's the GOAT right now.
I wish I could love something as much as some of these One Piece fans love One Piece. I wish there was one thing in the world that I could just look at covered in doo-doo stains and paint a picture.
Listen,
you don't love anything that much, really?
Scotty, come on.
You don't have
the thing is
that you just love.
So I love anything Robin Hobb writes. I love anything George R. R. Martin's likes. She's an author. I know I'm the only nigga that comes to these streams that read novels, but
you ain't alone, my boy. That's my shit too.
But I love Ayn Rand and I love Fyodor Dostoevsky. But the thing about it is,
Dostoevsky, what the heck?
Dostoevsky's goated.
I know. I'm just surprised. I'm surprised to hear it in a manga group discussion. I don't know. It's like theater talk. Yeah,
I love it. But the thing is, like, even in those books, like Dostoevsky, I think is perfect, almost perfect. But even in his books, I can identify when something is bad, like when he makes a mistake. There is nothing, no series that I love so much that when the author messes up, that I can make excuses for it, like some of these One Piece fans do. Like anyone defending the Kenny Mon thing, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't understand how your brain works.
I know, man. I don't get
it. They're brain dead, but they're entitled to be brain dead. So,
yeah, of course.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a right or wrong. We busting. I'm gonna defend my guy to the end.
Regardless, I ride with you to the end.
That's all it is. And those people, when the big three was out, they had One Piece number one.
Yeah.
Those are those.
It's true. True.
I just wish I liked something that much.
What's also Vergo? People in the chat are asking, "What is the Joy Boy situation?" I don't understand. What is this?
Right.
Oh boy,
are you serious? You really don't know?
Yes.
I'm
here for this.
Hold on. Wait. So I'll fill in on like what I do know, and I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. So it's North said Vergo asked Roger about what he thinks about the Joy Boy situation, and then Vergo said North trying to start controversy, and I'm assuming this is the Dritz Joy Boy fight, right?
Shit, Sherlock.
Okay. So what about this do you want to know my opinion on?
I'm supposing that they want to know.
So
how do you feel about the way Joy Boy is handling said video?
Okay.
Did you actually watch the whole video though?
Hell no, I think either of their whole videos. What are you kidding me? No, absolutely not. No. So all right. So boy, let me word this correctly. Here I'll talk about it. There is a like picture meme that's going around online recently where it's like I have to find the exact quote, but it's something to the extent of, it's not cool to dislike things. And like, if you think it's cool to dislike things, like whatever, like just be quiet, but like, it's cool. Just like things or don't talk about it at all. Yep. And I feel personally that type of toxic positivity has, in my opinion, permeated so far in the One Piece community that it has kind of ruined what it was 3 years ago, to the point where I truly believe I will never make content the way I used to ever again, nor do I actually want to. And I find myself actively moving more towards gaming content and covering other series because of that toxic positivity. It's the kind of thing where it's now, and it's not really even just One Piece. It's in regards to all shonen. I've seen this with My Hero. I've seen it with JJK. I've seen it with literally everything. It's for whatever reason, right? Your shonen is untouchable. Whatever your favorite thing is like untouchable. And it's constantly fanboys of each other's series defending these other series, and people saying that other people aren't actually real fans if they don't completely stand by what the author thinks, which I quite frankly I think is bullshit, right? I mean, like I like Marvel, right? I like Marvel movies, but at the same time, like I could see when one's a shitty one and one's a good one, and I could quantify and justify like, oh, this is something like, for example, right? I just watched Shang-Chi today for the first time. Just watched it for the first time. The movie's great. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but like objectively, the first 10 minutes have some of the worst fucking CG I've seen in any Marvel movie that's been made in the past 5 years. Like it's so bad. And it's like unquestionably bad. Like the part where he's tumbling over the cliff into the bamboo forest, it straight up looks like something out of Monster Hunter and PS2. Like it's that bad. And
where's
so, and I tweeted about that earlier when I was watching Shang-Chi, and I'm like, hey, just curiously, like legit question. I'm not trying to be trolly. Does the CG get better? Like, I'm enjoying the movie, but I just want to know, like, is the CG better? And all these people started ragging on me on Twitter, like, what the fuck? Like, bad take, Rogers Base. How could you say that? Like, just sit and enjoy the movie. And I'm like, I'm just asking because I watched Endgame and the CG was not bad in Endgame. So I'm curious why it's bad here. Like, what's going on? And I was just asking. And then finally, like, after 20, 30 takes, someone finally said, oh, no, it gets better later in the movie. It's just weird and, like, questionable in the beginning. And I went, cool. That's all I wanted to know. That's the only reason why I tweeted that.
So what happened was when you said that, you stepped into this realm of this theory that I've been crafting. There's cancel culture, right? What you stepped in is slander cancel culture. Because
cancel.
Correct, because he slandered something and then he dived into cancel culture. He didn't even inherently slander it, like, but because he said anything negative, they was on his ass.
Exactly.
Wait, who slid into that though? Who said that?
I mean, this is more of the
you slid into that on Not because you wanted to.
Got you.
Not because you wanted to, because it put you there.
And like Vergo using the word slander isn't necessarily accurate if using the dictionary definition of what slander is.
Right.
Like,
he didn't slander, but
here's how I take it. Here's how I take it. Because I like Joy Boy and I like Dritz. Obviously, I like them both. They're both friends of mine. Dritz plays a character. He's played a character for years, right? Like, I think Dritz has actual, like, reasonable, understandable reasons for disliking what One Piece became in recent years, right? I think as somebody who really loved pre-time skip, who, you know, loved the characterization, I understand why he's upset with it now. But I don't necessarily think that he hates it as much as he puts on. I think he knows his audience. I don't. I think Dritz knows his audience, much like we all know our own audience, and he goes, "I gotta play this up." So even if there's something, so even if there's, and I don't think there's,
Big News is laughing because he agrees,
right? And I honestly don't see, truly knowing like what everybody's niche is on One Piece now. I don't see anything wrong with that either. I think
I can actually diffuse that whole thing. Right? I've spoken. I literally helped Dritz make the video. Yeah, it is not an act. It is 100%.
That's what I was going to say. I've heard this argument that he's put on a character before, but knowing him for years now, I've never felt like he's putting on a character.
Yeah, and me too. I think it's. I don't mean it in the way like
he's fake.
How do I word it?
The best way.
Roger, I think it's tough to word.
No. But
what he does do is he exaggerates.
Yes,
sir.
Exactly.
Okay, so one thing I can say is like Dritz is probably similar to me when it comes to the agenda.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right? Like,
exactly.
I have agendas. Yes.
Right.
I play into some agendas a lot when I really.
But it's only usually for just having fun or messing around with people. Like when he gets serious, and he often does.
I don't
know what he's talking about.
When watching, I'll be fair. I did not watch the full 6-hour video. I watched like half an hour of it, and then I watched another half hour of it later. And in watching it, never once, as somebody who loves One Piece, was I sitting there offended over the fact that somebody felt this way about One Piece. Not once. And I truly mean this. And I've said this on multiple streams before. I feel like people who feel that way when hearing criticism about their favorite things are either one, mentally not in a good headspace, truly, and should like literally talk to somebody. And two, I think have made whatever it is that they love so much part of their personality that that they become offended, thinking that that they're attacking them versus attacking the series. And I've seen this happen before, like when I've talked about things I don't like in One Piece, whether it's like the recent thing with Kinemon or like the most notable, my most infamous moment was like throwing the pillow about Big Mom's amnesia. Like
that's my favorite stream of yours.
But I straight up quit One Piece for like half a year when I did that, right? And like people forget that I straight up dropped One Piece and started covering Hunter x Hunter for half a year after that chapter. Like that was a huge moment for me. But I still never was like, oh, I hate One Piece. I was just like, this is genuinely stupid, and like if this is the way the series is going, like I don't really want to follow it with tweet the way that I am. And then I gave it time and I enjoyed it again, you know. And I think we all have our waves and valleys, and ultimately like Dritz has been with us since the beginning of Wano, since far before that. And I think we've been we've been in Wano for so long at this point. And by proxy, like you said, like Whole Cake too. Whole Cake was like 2 years too. That like straight up, if you just haven't enjoyed the last two big arcs, I can understand why to the average viewer of Dritz's, you haven't seen any positive One Piece video in the past 5 years, right? Because the past 5 years have been 2 fucking story arcs. Like that's it. Like there's nothing else to cover, you know? So I personally did not take anything that Dritz was saying in the bits of the video that I watched as a slight against Oda, even personally, as a slight against me as a One Piece fan. I just took it as his criticism of One Piece and why he hasn't been enjoying it as much, and why he truly believes like there are people who should check Oda on certain things that he's saying, which I think is like, that's valid. Whatever. That's an opinion. That's valid.
So Roger, there's 2 things I want to touch on real quick.
Yeah.
One of them being so during the video there was a stream that me, him, Vergo, and AFT, I think last 2, had late at night.
Why? No, it wasn't Laz. It was Quietly, Vergo.
It was Quietly. I'm sorry. It was Quietly. And late at night, and he was venting. Basically, he called Oda a fucking coward or something or a pussy. He called him pussy. And then he'd apologized in the video for saying that. So he realized that some of the things he said were egregious. And like
why does he even need to apologize for it? Like,
but Toddy,
he's clearly saying it in jest. Like,
exactly. Toddy. That's how I took it, because it was there's certain moments of that video where I'm hearing things, and maybe it's just because like I was in theater and like I watched. Yeah, it's the cadence of the way he was saying it. I did not take it as like him being. It wasn't like he was pouring his soul out in this video and being inflammatory. It was him like knowing what's going to get a view and like what is going to please his audience and what's going to be fun to make. And so he's like, I'm going to exacerbate and exaggerate certain things. But like,
oh wow,
I certainly did not think what he was saying in the little bits that I saw was anything that I took personal offense to as a One Piece fan. You know what I mean?
Can you run that back real quick? Run that back real quick one more time. I don't think they heard you in the back.
What big news? Shut up.
What they
the point of appealing to his audience doesn't necessarily matter because the video isn't even monetized.
I just want to hear it.
And on top of that too is that it's like it's his audience, right? Like if I upload a video, we're talking about Attack on Titan. If I upload a video to my channel where everybody who watches me knows I liked the ending of Attack on Titan, and I say in a 6-hour video why the ending of Attack on Titan is good, that's not going to sway anybody else's opinion who's watching the video other than the people who already know me.
Like the video is just there to generate discussion on the points he's making.
That's what he wants to do, which I believe he has succeeded in doing so. But
so I think, before we jump away from it, where I think the conversation's going to go to is like Joy Boy's response video, right?
Yeah. Okay. Smart man.
Personally, I am not somebody who, outside of that very first Brago stream I did talking about Double 4 anime, which like God rest his soul, but like outside of that one video, I am not one who like hops into anime drama because quite frankly, it's like it's stupid and funny.
It's exhausting,
and
right?
like if there is anime drama, it's like funny stuff. It's Zoro slander, Sanji slander. Whatever. It's like goofy things. It's like
people One Piece Illuminati.
Right. It's like theory of the week, right? It's like making fun of Big Meme or like whatever. Like it's that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I take no offense to that. I think truly that, and I haven't talked to him personally since then, but I know Joy Boy. I know how he reacts to certain things. I think he personally felt slighted by Dritz's video, and I think Dritz. Literally, when he was making his video, was not even thinking about Joy Boy at all. No, I don't think he was even in this.
Wait, so you think Joy Boy thought that somehow this video was directed towards him?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Toddy. Yeah. So you don't understand that Joy Boy made a response to the video?
Two.
No, I understand he did. But see, I was under the impression Joy Boy like had a beef with Dritz. And he was just looking for an opportunity to capitalize on this opportunity.
No. Joy Boy, no. I will say,
but what in that video was
no. I will tell you from personal experience. I will tell you right now. He takes things very personally that have nothing to do with him. There was a moment during the Big Mom Amnesia thing where I forgot what the tweet was. Jay, I'm sure you remember this, but like. Joy Boy then tweeted at me like, "Oh, I know you don't want the smoke, Rogers base," and then DM'd me, and then DM'd me the same day. DM'd me and was like, "Hey, could you remove your tweet? I don't want any beef." And I was like,
"No!"
So what I did was I removed the tweet, and then I invited him to come on a live stream, and that's what kicked off that whole 1v1 discussion series that I did. Because I was like, "Let's talk about why you want me to delete this tweet. This is weird." And he explained it to me, and it was fine. But it came off to me as like he took something very personal that literally wasn't even directed to him at all. Nope. And I think much in the same way that Dritz personifies the Oda has really lost his touch crowd, Joy Boy personifies the Oda can do no wrong crowd.
Yep.
And I think in the way that Dritz was explaining how he feels about the series, I think Joy Boy, because of how he does videos on One Piece and how he feels about it, and the base that he sort of represents within the community, I think felt a personal slight at that and felt like he needed to personally go at Dritz, thinking that maybe it was a slight towards him. When in reality, I don't think Dritz was even thinking about.
If he feels like he is the sole representative of a positive One Piece community, then that's just narcissism.
Well, I don't think he's the sole rep, but I get kind of where he's coming from in the sense that like he is very much a Oda can do no wrong kind of guy. Like wait and see what the story is going to say about it. I think the only other one that's even close to him, honestly, currently today is Grand Line. I think Grand Line's the only other person who's like very, and I don't mean this as a slight either. I think, I heavily respect what Grand Line does, but like I could never do it because there's a certain level of removing yourself from the critical eye and just straight up letting it wash over you and just enjoying it for what it is.
It's almost becoming like apathetic at a certain point.
Exactly. Where it's like if something bad happens, it's like, well, it is just a goofy manga at the end of the day. And I think and I've heard Grand Line say that. Like Jay, you've seen this in the DM.
That's his
go-to is like, well, it's a goofy manga, so whatever. And like I understand that he needs to say that because if you are the person cranking out like 5 day a week, top 5 reasons why this character is fun videos, and you need to have topics, and it's for that casual audience that just wants to let the fun wash over them. Like, I get it. I understand why that's your faith, because if you don't tell that to yourself when you're making those videos or when you're looking at these criticisms, it's absolutely for sure going to bleed through on the videos, right?
So that's what happened to me. All right, now it makes sense.
JD, shut up.
And so I do think that's why the Joy Boy thing came in. And I think where Joy Boy overstepped was directly attacking Dritz because
that was my second point. You got it. Go ahead. That was my second point.
Yeah, unless somebody like straight up said in a video, like, I hate Roger's base. Here's why I hate his videos. His videos suck because X, Y, and Z.
That wouldn't be a bad concept.
Like his reaction, no, it'd be good content. Unless somebody did that, right, and was of note within the community of someone like a Dritz or a Joy Boy, would I then feel the need to do a response video to it, one by one, being like, well, here's why I think you're kind of wrong on certain points.
No, you get all of your subscribers to
even then, that's not even the same what Joy Boy did, because what Joy Boy did was just resort to just ad hominem.
It just seems like, I don't like you. Here's 20 minutes of why.
But I don't even really think like Joy Boy really dislikes Dritz. I think it was like I think he might now, but I don't think he did before. Like,
did you hear some of the accusations? Well, now keep in mind this is from Jay and Vergo. I heard this from, but the insinuations he made went as far as to suggest that video is inciting suicidal behavior.
So that I saw. But not to that extent in the Reverie DM group, because I saw the conversation between them that was in the Reverie DM group and between other creators, right? And I saw the bits and pieces that were written out, and I get like where he was coming from with that, but at the same time, he worded it the wrong way.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Because so I remember.
How do I get where he was coming from with that?
Yeah.
So
let me explain. I think I get where he was coming from with that, because I truly, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. I think he's not in a good mental headspace, truly, and I think he took those attacks
personally
and heard them and
Michael
said,
Jordan.
"Okay, in his head." Not personally. That's not where I'm going with this. I think he heard what Dritz was saying and equated it to, what if someone was saying this to me about my own content? How would I personally feel? What would that make me feel like doing?
And now it's on
what I mean? No, but that's I know it's a stretch, but like, again, this is One Piece. Gumu Gumu no stretch. We got to stretch all day.
I was about to use that too.
Yeah. So of course. but I do think that's where the quantification came in, right? Was he was seeing, if this was done to me and this was my own content, how would I feel if someone said this to me?
Suicidal?
No,
well, I mean, again, I am not him. I don't know. Well, am I though?
No, it's not Roger.
I don't think it's wilding. I think
that is.
No.
Well, even if he had that,
but I think it's really important to clarify and to not stigmatize that. Like, if that's how he's feeling, like that, I mean, that might actually be what he's feeling. We don't know what Joy Boy's going through, right?
If that's how he's feeling,
if he feels that way about criticism or whatever, like, I mean this in the most heartfelt way. I think he should talk to somebody.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah,
it's not healthy.
If that's how he's feeling, Roger,
I think he got this completely really.
I'm not gonna slight him at all.
I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think I got wrong about it?
I don't think that he actually is taking it like personally like that. I feel like he's actually just being malicious with this, and I think he knew what he was doing when he put it out there. That he said that this was inciting suicide. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Or claiming he that knew video was morally corrupt.
Yes, and he knew.
See, but I also kind of
jump on him.
So I'm going to jump on this too. I think this goes back to Dritz's thing. And again, I would never want to do this. And I think there are braver men who play characters online, and I cannot do that. I think that is just as Dritz was sort of exacerbating certain points and exaggerating. I think that's what Joy Boy was doing too. I think he meant it in a malicious way? I truly don't. From the experiences I've had with Joy Boy, he's a pretty stand-up guy, but.
Roger, do I think real quick?
I just want to real quick. Let me finish my thought on the topic of do I think he was aware of it? Maybe not that it was malicious, but do I think he knew what he was doing? Sure, for sure. Because again, that's what his audience wants, and he knows what his audience wants in the same way that Dritz knows. And I think he knew how to push the buttons to potentially incite a response from his audience to have that back and forth with Dritz's audience because it makes for good content. But I don't think it was malicious. I think it was from the standpoint of a content creator. If that makes sense.
Guys, real quick. And here's why I'm not going to disagree with Roger. Because Roger doesn't know everything that we know.
Yeah.
First of all.
Okay.
So what do I not know that I need to be filled in on?
Roger, for instance, like specifically with me, Vergo, and Jay, there is a lot of personal background shit between the two that there are a lot of people don't know about that we are not at liberty to talk about because it's between them.
Wait, between Vergo?
No, not Jay.
Me and
me and Jay and Glam.
Yeah. So
wait, you and Jay don't mess with each other? Why is Jay in this call then?
No. God damn it, Roger. Listen.
No. He's just here for views.
No. Joy Boy and Dritz is why we're talking about.
Yes.
Got it. I got you.
Okay.
Exactly, Roger. So we're privy to more information.
Got you. Okay, got you.
There's personal things going on between the two of them. Correct. And which would make it make sense that he might have more motivation than just having an emotional reaction to a One Piece criticism.
Wait. So hold on. So now I'm like, okay, now I'm intrigued. So like,
exactly.
Did Dritz I know, right? Girl or something?
It's
like
deeper than this.
Dritz got Joy Boy's biggest crush pregnant twice. She had a miscarriage the first
Roger,
time.
So I'm genuinely like, without specifics, obviously, because you don't want to hurt people's privacy.
I would love
exactly. But like, I genuinely. Do you think that played into it then?
Absolutely.
If there was
okay.
Absolutely.
100%, no questions asked.
That's surprising. I mean, I never would have pegged. I don't know.
So Roger, how much do you know about the relationship? Roger, do you know that Joy Boy is an advocate of why Dritz is mainly in his community?
I'm so fucking confused right now. What?
Joy Boy is one of the main reasons why Dritz is around. That was his right-hand man.
Joy Boy brought Dritz up from nothing.
From
Dritz was like nothing. Joy Boy.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Wait. That's cap. Hold on.
I wouldn't say nothing.
The first time I ever knew who Dritz was because of Vergo, not because of Joy Boy.
False.
Well, that was after Joy Boy had already lifted.
That's because you didn't know Dritz that well, or maybe you didn't know Joy Boy that well. Because Joy Boy and Dritz were two pieces of pie.
No, but Joy Boy came up with me. I mean, Roger, Joy Boy is of that second One Piece generation.
Roger, I think you're oblivious here, sir.
I might be. I might be. I'm not happy to admit if I am, but I feel like
Joy Boy and Dritz were like dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
Like this.
Before you start talking to Vergo or any of us,
there was a point in time in their relationship where they parted ways over essentially Dritz having ideas about making this video years ago.
Oh,
and there was
they stopped being they stopped being
Roger,
friends.
There's a lot of lore to this
because Dritz
there's a lot of lore.
Didn't like One Piece as much anymore.
Yes.
Dog, what? What?
We're in the seventh realm of dork right now.
If someone is my right-hand man and they tell me, Roger, I can't stand Smash Brothers anymore, I'm like, good for you, whatever. I'm going to still go play Smash Brothers. Like,
that might be a deal breaker.
How does that affect me in any significant way. It doesn't change my passion or my love for that thing if somebody else dislikes
And
it. Like,
that's why this Joy Boy video is so weird to me.
Yeah, that's why it's so crazy. It reminds me of like real life cancel culture. Like the extent people go to in real life to try to paint somebody something. Like this whole Dave Chappelle thing. Like just slandering them, just doing anything you can to get people to hate that.
Well, there's a whole nother conversation with cancel culture, I feel, because I don't think that has anything to do with the Joy Boy Dritz stuff at all, to be completely honest.
I think he was totally trying to cancel him.
You think Joy Boy is trying to cancel Dritz?
I
disagree.
No.
Well, Roger, go to that video that Dritz made.
I think no.
It got destroyed.
I'm sure it did.
Well,
Toddy, that was happening before Joy Boy even said.
That's before Joy Boy's response.
I don't think. I mean, with what Dritz represents in the community and like the heavy criticism and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's his audience. So like to say something, super against One Piece right now or whatever, and then to have someone who's like very pro One Piece can do no wrong, go after that video, like that's the opposite of cancel. That's you have the audience that is literally the direct opposite of you, giving you more income and more money because we're already bringing on that hate by being the person who's like the face of the hate. So in actuality, I would say that Joy Boy helped Dritz, if anything, if he ends up getting more subscribers from that and stuff, because more people who maybe were more on the side of, like I do feel like we should be more critical of One Piece right now, might watch Dritz's video and give it more of a chance. I think JB's hardcore demographic, the people who are like the guy who wrote, for example, I will read this on stream at some point, maybe at like 500K or something, I'll read this out. But someone sent me an email after the Big Mom Amnesia chapter, and it was this very heartfelt email about how they're a member of my YouTube channel. They followed me for years. They love me. Like I could do no wrong, but like they were so personally hurt by how I said that anyone who thinks the Big Mom Amnesia thing is a good story point is just straight up wrong. And I said it in the video. It was like a live stream. Like I'm saying it in a way that like I disagree with you. There's no way that anyone who thinks that's a good thing can convince me that it's a good thing is how I meant it. And he wrote this whole email, and I wrote back very respectfully, like, dude, really sorry to hear that you're unsubscribing. Like, it's a shame. Thank you so much for being a member for all these years. Greatly appreciate it, but my stance on One Piece doesn't change.
Now go outside.
This guy wrote back an email then and opened the email with like, Rogers Base, I'm so sorry. I'm such a huge fan. Like, I really do apologize for how I acted. Psych, that's what you thought I was going to say. There's all these other One Piece creators like Joy Boy that I'm going to follow instead. Like, have a good life. You're clearly not going to succeed criticizing One Piece. So I was like, whatever, buddy. I thought it was a funny email. And so I just got pump fake, bro.
That shit's funny as fuck.
But I will say, I'm not going to name this guy because I don't want people to go hate him. I will say that I have recently noticed, because I have to go through and like mute my friends who cover spoilers every week. I have noticed that guy comments under all of Joy Boy's tweets now. And so I'm like,
oh, he was about it. He really left you.
He really left and wanted somebody who was like not critical and fair on him. Like there's plenty. I always tell people that, like in my streams, I've straight up said, like, if you don't want somebody who's going to be honest about it, like there's plenty of other One Piece creators to watch who genuinely believe the things you believe. Go watch them. Go support the community, man. It's all good, So I have no faults with it. In fact, I feel like the more One Piece creators that grow, it literally only benefits all of us because it makes the community bigger. So like, why would you not encourage somebody who doesn't like your opinion but likes that series to not go watch somebody else who feels differently about the series? Because at the end of the day, like opinions are going to shift, and in 2 years they might not feel the same way with that creator, but we'll remember your name and then we'll go follow you. Like it literally only helps all of us to see the community grow. So
Nairagi, what do you have to say, sir?
Hey, my number one arch enemy, Hemmings. What's going on? Hemmings, I love you, buddy. What's going on, Hemmings?
I'm alright. I'm kind of tired, but all I have. I mean, I've already spoken about this a couple times. So all I have to say is this, because I would argue amongst like the Tower of God community, my position is similar to Dritz. So I kind of get like where he's coming from a lot, because I think one of the biggest things a lot of people miss is that this wasn't coming from like a place of just like, I want to hate. Yeah. Like that I tell people like if I do that, like I'm Tagashi gets his praise on my stream all the time because I can't stand him. But
sure,
my problem with what Joy Boy did was like he tried to kind of paint himself as this like you're not the paragon of what is virtue and what is right and righteousness. Like that's my problem. He came across to me as this like holier than thou. I am justice because I'm defending One Piece. How dare you? This is morally wrong. And I really couldn't get behind that. I thought the ad hominem was a little too far. With me, it's like, listen, you disagree. Attack the points, don't attack the man. But that was uncalled for. And I understand that Dritz is doing this not because he's not hating it. He's like, yo, I really love One Piece for so long. Like I really care about the series. It's like it's frustrating to him because he doesn't believe that it upholding the same level of quality that made him fall in love with it in the first place. Because even back when I did a little stream with a couple weeks ago, he was getting emotional talking about certain things in the Summit War. Like the man cares. And that's something that I get with me sometimes. I'm like, yo, I know I'm criticizing Taro God right now, but like I'm frustrated. I love the series, but I don't like where we're going.
And I think you hit the nail right on the head, right? I think that's maybe why I give the Dritz video more of a pass, is that I know it's coming from a place of love. He's not like some random blind hater who has not been a voice in this community for years. Mm-hmm. Like it's Dritz we're talking about. Like this isn't this isn't like some random guy whose first video was a 6-hour rant about One Piece with one subscriber. You know what I mean? Like this is Dritz. So it's coming from a place of he's got the credentials. He's talked about One Piece before. And like you said, Hemmings, he loves it in the same way that you love Tower of God. So I feel like he has every right to be critical of it if he's not enjoying it. Now, people don't have to agree with that. They could leave a dislike or whatever. That's fine. But at the end of the day, it's his opinion, and there's plenty of opinions I disagree with that are on, YouTube about a variety of topics, whether it's anime or gaming or whatever. But it's YouTube. I mean, that's the platform. Those people are going to exist.
Can I ask
you? Of course.
Can I ask you this, Roger?
Yeah.
Or at least can you admit this?
Yeah.
That if Joy Boy knew exactly what he was doing and it was malicious, and his intentions were to tear down Dritz on a personal level, might your personal relationship with Joy Boy cloud your perception of what's really going on? Might you have a bias?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't mess with Joy Boy the same way I mess with like you guys in Vergo Squad. I don't. It's not the same thing.
You don't mess with us at all.
Wait, that's not true. That's
not true. Whole stack.
Roger, I haven't talked to you since I spoiled Kite's death.
Sure, but you did spoil. That's right.
Hey, yeah, I forgot you,
but
fucker.
That's not here's what I mean by that, though. I mean, if I consider the people that like I regularly will talk to and regularly, okay, let me word this correctly. Because I think you're right. When I have the time, right? Yeah. I'm a busy guy. I cover a lot of things. When I have the time, I make a point to go do things with other channels. It's like why Vergo will send me Google Hangout links, even if I'm not available, and he sends me them like 5 times in a row. He knows eventually I'm going to click on one of them because I'm like free and I've got time, but I don't always have time because I'm a busy guy.
You're that desperate, huh, Vergo?
And,
absolutely.
No, I don't mean it. Hold on, I'm not saying it's a slight against Vergo. Come on, but my point with that is I like Joy Boy. I've worked with him professionally in the sense that we're comrades and we make videos together. We came up at the same time, but my personal relationship with Joy Boy is not the same as like it is with Vergo or it is with King or with Chris, even like with Tekking. I don't know. It's like Cole and Tekking and Vergo, I just like
vibe
resonate
on a different level. Just fucking say it
more. Yeah, I resonate with them more. Exactly.
Vibe on a different level.
Yeah, and whereas like I think the Joy Boy Grand Line O'Hara crowd is different, and I don't vibe with. I think I vibe with Morge more, and I have recently.
Because Morge black ass with us too.
Morge
damn near black too. He a black.
Morge has been coming over to our side of the community more and more recently.
You know that Dave Chappelle meme?
I don't mean this. I truly don't mean this as a slight against them. I think their content's good, but like that the mentality of like Grand Line O'Hara, Joy Boy, where it's constantly like worrying about the views and like, are you saying the right thing to the community?
Roger.
It's just too much. Because no, but let me say this because I worry about the views all the time, but it's not from the angle of One Piece. It's from the angle of my channel as a whole because I'm a variety channel, right? I do different things. One Piece is not my life. And I think there's a side of the community that, whether they openly admit it or not, the side that I vibe with more leans towards, in an ideal world, there is like, no, like let's say 5 years from now, right? Like One Piece ends and there's no more One Piece content to make. I think there's a side of the community that will be just fine when One Piece ends, that will have plenty of content to talk about. And I think there will be a side of the community that made a lot of money, got a lot of subscribers, and then pieces out when One Piece is over, because quite frankly, the thing they really liked and they cared about a lot is done. And they don't feel the need to be in the spotlight or talk about other things. They want to talk about that one particular thing. And I think the side I vibe with more is the side that's like more live streams, more free flowing, more, like
that's
a variety of manga.
Shit like this, like what we're doing right now. Like that's
right, like this. Like I vibe with this kind of content. Right. It's why, even though I don't follow scans and spoilers, I will still like tune in every once in a while once I've read the chapter to go see like what Jay's reaction to a chapter was, what Brago's was. And even like prior to that, I feel like even the rapport that, like Jay, for example, do you remember the first interaction we ever had together? I distinctly remember this, Jay.
I think Jay might be asleep.
Oh, Jay might. Okay.
He was
no.
He was good. Oh no, you're okay.
Do you remember? Because I'm using this as a really good example. Like, do you remember the first interaction we ever had together?
I cannot actually, which is kind of.
I will tell you exactly. I did the little meme video when Manga Stream died. And I was holding up a glass of wine and I was like, see you guys on Sundays. And I uploaded that video. And you tweeted at me about like how it was rude of me.
Jay was pissed.
To discredit like a huge portion of the scan community, and that I shouldn't consider them as like worst fans for reading scans.
Wow, I remember now.
Yeah, and we had a huge back and forth on Twitter. But this was my first interaction with Jay. But truly, we had this huge back and forth on Twitter, and ultimately we agreed that like we saw things the same way. That like regardless of how you read One Piece, nobody is saying that like you're a better One Piece fan or a worse One Piece fan. But that I was coming from it from the standpoint of, I'm a content creator. I see where things are going 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Like, we're going to have to start following the official. I get that, like, there's certain areas of the world that don't have an official. So by all means, like, you don't have to follow that if that's what's only available in your country. And at the same time, even if you choose not to read Viz or whatever for personal reasons or whatever you want to make content, that's fine. Like, you can do you. But I was saying personally for myself, I feel like I'm at a position and I have enough subscribers where I don't need to do that anymore. And Jay understood that. And literally after one conversation on Twitter that started with an argument, Jay and I were like, oh yeah, fuck it, right on. Mutually followed each other and have been friends ever since. So it's like, it's that kind of rapport that I think there needs to be more of in the community, where you could just straight up have a debate with somebody and talk with somebody about it without making it a personal thing.
Agree with can build the strongest friendships you've ever had.
Straight up, bro. Absolutely.
I can agree with that because I would say even with like when I did because Dr. Bonehead kind of basically asked me if you could react to a video I called Tower of Problems. So I was criticizing something, and after we had basically civil discourse back and forth, right? So like I mean, like Pierre response, my response, I responded to him, and then like I thought, you know what, this would be a good opportunity to just kind of gather some of the bigger need to just have a conversation with the state of the series, and there were different opinions all over. From the super positive to the negative to somewhere in the middle. And I thought that we all came to a place of understanding after having like a 4-hour discussion. So
sure, of course. And that's how it should. I mean, that's the point of the reveries, right? When we started them, it's like, it's because of that. It's because people have different opinion. And I agree with Real Mo in the chat saying, you know, I do think the Joy Boy and Grand Line types are important. Absolutely. Just as I think the Dritz types are important. I think you need to have a good variety. Absolutely. You got to have a good variety.
The difference between like having like you can like have like a distaste for somebody personally, but like in terms of like what they bring towards the community, discourse is needed. Even if you don't like them or disagree with what they say, like you can't live in an echo chamber.
Taekwon is needed in this community. 100%.
Absolutely, of course, there's got to be a tie. Absolutely,
tie is needed to be the agent of chaos that nobody else will be.
And there are so many people in this community that are needed. But I want to go back to say that don't mean you can vibe with them at all. Listen,
but even
if
you don't vibe with someone's content,
you'll have the views, you'll have all that.
Yeah,
off stream. Can we talk off stream
for
a numerous amount of hours?
Of course. Like I think that's the other thing too is people whenever I do live streams and I'm like opening up my sub boxes or whatever, like I have 3 YouTube channels. I've got my main YouTube channel, right, that like where I don't really subscribe to anybody. It's just like what I see in my sub box where I know like, I could upload at this time. Yeah. I've got my private YouTube channel that nobody could see any subscriptions whatsoever, where I'm subscribed to all of my friends, including people who do spoiler things, because it's just like I want to support. It's there. And then I've got my third channel, which is like not subscribed to anybody, which is simply a backup to, have everything just in case something goes wrong on the first one. Well, no, it's not a burner. They're all 3 are tied to my main one. They're all technically like Rogers-based channels.
Around in comment sections.
I know.
They're all Rogers-based channels, exactly. But I mean, I have those 3, right? And I think there's plenty of people whose content I will never watch, who I absolutely can vibe with in a call or like be friends with.
Correct.
Like I think a great example of this is O'Hara. Like for sure. I was on one episode of the Wano Report with him and Morsh, and I was like, this shit is not for me. Like the comment section was like not for me. The chat was not for me. Like the way the discussion was going, that shit was not for me. But
that's fair.
I like O'Hara personally, and I like Morsh personally. Do I vibe more with Morsh's content on his film channel than his One Piece channel? For sure. Do I watch O'Hara's regular One Piece stuff? No. But like I'm friends with both of them, and I subscribe to both of them on my second channel because they're friends of mine. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? Like, I'm not.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can be like,
right,
hey,
totally.
Yo,
you're supporting your
cool.
friends.
I don't really care about Tower Guy. I don't care about your channel. That's fine. I don't take offense to that. That's
and Hemmings, I'll support you all the way through.
Yeah, and Hemmings, no one cares about Tower of God in 20.
Whoa,
but we still love you.
I'm in there too, man.
Yeah, that's cap.
I'm not denying that. I'm with you. I really didn't like. I literally agree.
Yeah. But I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I don't think there's inherently anything wrong with that at all. Like I don't think people don't necessarily like vibe with my stuff as much anymore that used to really vibe with it, because I used to do a review and a reaction, and I would do theories like every week. And I personally have found it more fulfilling as a content creator. For me personally,
it's about you.
Yeah, I found it more fulfilling as a content creator. I found the growth to be better in terms of like channel growth versus viewer growth, but like channel growth. I found my channel growth to be better. I found the streams to be more fun. To instead of doing them with all separate videos, now I just like 8 a.m. I look forward to it now. I turn on my camera, we read the chapter, we do a review, we do theory talk, and we end it. And it's like my 1 hour chunk of the week where I focus on One Piece, and it's fun. And it's refreshing, and I'm not burned out on it anymore. And it gives me the opportunity to cover all these other series while at the same time, like still hitting that initial core audience of mine that has helped build me up and that I will always be grateful for. And that I'll always want to, give back to. I think it's knowing
that's funny
where you want to take your content versus chasing the algorithm. And I think it's only been in like the past year and a half, really, that I've stopped chasing the algorithm as much as I have just like sat back and just enjoy making content now.
I'm glad. Yeah. I'm so glad. Yeah. I want more. I want everybody to be like that. So like you are gonna. So when I spit this, Roger, you're probably not gonna agree at all because your channel is much larger than mine, and I do this for different reasons. Because Roger, you're obviously you want the higher sub count, you want to grow all that, right?
Of course.
I do this because I have a fucking blast. This shit is fun.
Of course, it's fun.
Talking to everybody is a blast. I don't do it to get a shit ton of views and stuff. Toddy, what?
Toddy, shut your ass up, nigga.
But no, Toddy knows this. I talk to Toddy about this on a daily basis, and he has the opposite.
I hate it.
He hates that I have that mentality.
Because you could be so much bigger, and it just drives me crazy.
Well, I think the thing is that
I'm where I want to be. I don't care.
I think you can find a balance of doing both, and I think that's
for sure.
Roger's hitting it on the head. That you should always let your passions guide you, especially if you're a creative mind.
Yes,
but if you can do both at the same time, why the fuck would you not?
Yeah, and I think for me personally, right, like that's what it took for me, right? Like when I forgot when I made that switch to like just make it all one video. I think it was like around like the late 900s of One Piece, but it was before Roof Piece. I know it was before then, but it was like I was stepping things back, and I was talking to Reagan about it, and I was like talking to my other friends about it, and I'm like my non-YouTube friends, where I'm like, guys, like, I used to genuinely love like going live and doing videos, and I'm not finding it fun anymore. Like, why is that? And unanimously across the board, people were like, because you just need to parse it down to like what you'd be doing if you weren't making money doing it. And if you go back to what that was, you're going to get that love back. And so I was like, all right, well, I know for a fact I would still want to go live and talk to people about the One Piece chapters every week. And so that's how that turned into like now my Sunday streams, and I'm never going back now. Like
Ryan, can I ask you a question regarding that? And you don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
I'm always happy to answer it. Go ahead.
Does the revenue you accrue by actually streaming it through donations instead of actually having like multiple? Because I remember what you used to do was have a reaction and then like a 20 to 30 minute review you put up as well.
Right. Is
that sort of a similar level of revenue?
Yeah, 100%. It's a balance. It's a balance.
Okay.
I think before, you know, I would do a live reaction, and then I would obviously get donations during the live reaction stream, and then I would do a review, and the review would be like 30 minutes long, chock full of mid-roll ads, right? And the reaction would have like maybe one or two, but a lot of super chats. And what I found now that and the review was getting substantially more views than the reactions were, but people on my channel, my core audience, did not give a shit about the reviews at all. Like, and I saw this consistently in my analytics that like my main subscribers don't care about my reviews. They care about my reactions. They want to see me reading the chapter and talking about it for the first time. And I realized to myself, like, well, obviously that's what I like doing more too. So they clearly vibe with that. The reason I was doing the reviews, because one, when they were split, they were making me more revenue, and two, it was at the time like what was succeeding on YouTube. It's like that, having that scheduled long form video content that has packed mid rolls where you're just honestly recapping the chapter and you're not really saying anything that hasn't already been said before. And it got to the point where I was like, why am I bothering to do this? Like, why, if I might be reaching like a bigger audience and getting more views by separating them, right? Like each video would get like 50,000 or something, 50,000 to like 100,000, whatever, fine. And you'd upload them. But at the end of the day, like that boost in viewership, those viewers are not people who are subscribed and actively give a shit about you. Those are people who are searching in the algorithm for One Piece, who care about One Piece.
The people that watch your live reaction already know what you're going to review about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now I was asking because I know like Cole does a similar thing now, where the majority of what he does is through like streaming. That's the majority of his revenue is through Twitch. It's not even really
Cole,
YouTube.
I mean, and to be fair, right? Like Cole is from the generation before my generation, arguably two before my generation, where I was watching Cole when I was in college. Yeah, I was watching Cole when I was in college. And so inherently, whether I know I do it or not, like I know for sure the way that I produce content is from me being a fan of Cole's personally, not just like as a friend, but like as a fan of his years ago, where I'm like, oh, this is what I find funny and what I find enjoyable. Of course, this is the kind of content I want to make, you know? So like, it's not a surprise to me that Cole and I ended up doing the same thing, because that's what we have fun doing. It's just more fun that way. And if we end up, if it's a particularly good chapter, right, and we want to splice out separate parts of those streams into different videos, we can do that now. But like, no one's looking to my videos for like my deep analysis of why Oda chose to draw Kinemon in that light on a certain panel. Whereas like people are dead ass absolutely watching Ohara and Morsh for that, you know? Or like Grand Line even, I think it's the same kind of thing. Whereas like there's another demographic that watches teching, not only because they see themselves in teching, but that they also like love the fact, as do I, that he's like encyclopedic about this shit, that he knows everything off the bat. This isn't like him doing research, right? There's the
inherent
knowledge.
If I may, Jay, there's the bumps. There's like you, me, Cole, and to an extent Brago, right?
Yes.
Where we are in our head about a lot of stuff, very reactionary, We're the bums, but it's fun to watch us because of our reactions.
Personality channels.
Right. You've got the intellectuals, right? You've got the O'Haras and the Morges that research everything thoroughly, that are like, that know everything about it, but like work goes into that, right? Yeah. You've got the naturals, who are people like Tekking or even arguably Sawyer, who like aren't working at it. They just straight up know this shit off the top of their head and are pulling it out like it's just dropping knowledge bombs. And then you've got the casuals, which is like people like Grandline, who sort of fall, if there was like a Venn diagram, in the middle of all three of us, right? Where it's like little bits of it are reactionary, but they know what they're doing for the viewership. Little bits of it are like researching things, but not going too deep into it. And little bits of it are actually knowing all of the content. And I think, honestly, that's why he's so successful right now, because he's hit on a really good Venn diagram in the middle of all three of our different groups, right?
Roger, it's really funny you said that. So before I even started this stream, I saw a subscriber of mine put up a tier list of their favorite YouTubers, and they have them listed in different categories. Like, one is the information list, one is the comedy guy, and one's like the personality guy or whatever.
Yeah,
and it was funny.
But there's viability in all of that different type of content,
he had
right?
you in like an A tier, like between comedy and info. It was really interesting. And Jay,
I'll take it, but I do not see myself as that. But I'll take it.
It was funny. He had Jay above you in S tier comedy. It was really funny.
To be fair, Jay is funnier than me. I would argue that Jay and Braga are both. So is Cole. They're all funnier than me.
And it was really funny. And I was like, it's just interesting how we all have like our niche.
Yeah, well, I think, to be fair, and I mean, this is obviously like the most prevalent, and I think the thing I get the most shit for, but like, whatever, I'm happy with it. My niche is, I'm the government man, right? I'm the guy who like plays by the rules.
Mr. Official.
I'm Mr. Official, right? Like, I'm the one who's doing this stuff with Funimation or Shueisha or whatever, and it's fine, but it's never
Nintendo
coming from
ambassador. They gave shit for that one too,
bro. Exactly, like #free game, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, that's, I come from a background of theater and English. And I mean, that's like what I'm used to. I'm used to the entertainment industry, right? Where
anime
you always got to be on your toes.
You want to get in the call, bro?
You always got to be PG. Well, anime fan talk, fuck that guy, whoever, I don't care about it. Oh, sorry. No. Hold on. Wait. I thought you were saying Double 4 anime. I like Franklin.
Oh my God, Roger, no.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Anime fan talk, hold on. I dead ass honestly thought he just said Double 4 anime. I take back me saying F that guy. I like you, fan talk. Get in here. I love fan talk.
He's in the chat, and he wants to ask you a question.
Please get it in here. Apologies, fan talk. I genuinely heard. I don't know why I had a stroke and I heard Double 4 anime. No, of course. Franklin, get your ass in here, man. I was ready. I was ready for the Double 4 slander.
Bro, my God, bro. Roger, why you had the clip loaded like that, G?
You got to be ready. You got to be ready. The World Government has to erase some names sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he asked the question for Roger, but I kind of want to answer it too. What he asked Roger is if you think that One Piece Theory videos will ever make a comeback again. I think the age of One Piece Theory videos is past. I feel like that was back in the day when One Piece still had this allure, this mystery, this kind of alluring type of thing going on, and I feel like it's completely lost that.
You know what I think it is, Toddy? I think that the mystery is inherently still there in the story for a lot of people. The problem is that all the topics have been talked to death, and we haven't really gotten any new information regarding them.
I'm going to heavy disagree on one reason, and this is what I'm going to have you guys do. Go on YouTube right now and type One Piece. Go to the filters and choose all time and view count. Okay, just do that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. The 32 most viewed One Piece video on YouTube of all time was published 3 months ago and was a One Piece theory. And it was O'Hara's the best One Piece theory you'll ever watch, I guess, video. And I think that right there proves there is absolutely still an audience for that type of content on YouTube.
Well, yeah,
But
that's what I was saying too. It's just
because there's so many creators that are doing it now, though. I think the production value has to be at the level that O'Hara did in that video for people to even take a note anymore. I think there was a time where so many of us could turn on a video, literally just like talk for 10 minutes straight up about an idea that we had that could be cool with no images, nothing, just like talking about it. Exactly. And that's it.
But Roger, those people are only going to be in 7th grade for so long.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all the truth.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth.
They're gonna grow up.
Let me talk.
Like I cannot.
Go ahead.
I thought we were talking.
Yeah, I'm talking now.
Right.
Right. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Right. Y'all coming from the content world. I'm not a part of that world. Right.
Yeah.
So the theory videos, those were things where you couldn't reach out to nobody. Where you're thinking like, okay, what about this? What about that? Nowadays, those are for people who are new to One Piece.
Right.
But today, it's so easy to get information. You got Twitter Space. You got Discord. You got streaming on YouTube. That wasn't there 8 years ago, 10 years ago. You couldn't digest it that way.
Right.
That's
Now,
what I was saying before. Is the problem is now it's not even that the itch isn't there. It's just that the information that they're looking for already exists and it's been talked to death so much that there really hasn't been much new to add. O'Hara's video, I would actually say, is more of an outlier than what the average is right now, like in terms of new ideas being put in.
Of course, that's why he's doing well. Yeah, I mean, it's respectable what he's doing for sure.
Editing as well.
Yeah, it's like even if it's not the type of content that I would enjoy watching, it's the type of content that you could look at, acknowledge, and be like, I respect this, and I see why this is successful. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think he revolutionized how people are looking at theory videos. And to bring up the point you said earlier too about like the more casual audience watching theories now, I think there's a lot of people that like, I would argue if someone put a lot of time and effort into a well-done video about like the red line theory being destroyed, like that whole thing from years ago, if someone really took the time and like did a well-edited video and regurgitated that like in 2021, they would get a lot of love.
The red line theory remastered.
Yes. Yeah. I think that kind of thing.
Listen, obviously effort plays a big part.
A huge part.
Roger, you remember how people found Randy?
Of course, yeah, exactly.
Randy got a lot of love from the whole law and
the reverie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hate to see that Matt didn't put that.
And I mean, that's Matt's fault. That's Matt's fault. That's Matt's fault. And Randy put in the work and the hours to put the video out. That's why Randy got the credit. And Matt's coming here in a little bit, but
can I give an unpopular opinion on this?
Wait, Franklin, are you still here? AFT, are you coming in the call?
He did not respond to my message.
I truly hope he did not hear me say that and thought that it was actually directed at him. I feel so bad. I feel so bad.
Roger's Twitter DMs light up from anime fans.
Oh my God. No. I hope he knows. I'm sure he does. He's fine.
I'm pretty sure he won't start the Great War.
No.
Can I say one more thing about?
Oh yeah, Vergo. I got to dip out, by the way.
All right, peace out, Glenn.
I'm gonna go probably hit up Dritz and ask him about a couple things because we got to work on the next portion of the video too.
For sure, absolutely.
All right, see you.
See you, buddy.
Later. As far as the theory goes, and this is not going to be a popular opinion, but I genuinely feel like this. I honestly think another factor in why people are gravitating more towards reactions rather than theories and convoluted videos like the old days is I don't think that the passion is there for One Piece like it used to be. I don't feel like people are that into it to even like search out those kinds of videos anymore. And the only other than the atmosphere and the vibe I get around the community to prove this is just the numbers, because One Piece has been dipping in sales consistently for quite a long time now. But I just don't think people are as into it to even care enough to look up a theory about it anymore. Because I remember when I first, I don't know, maybe 7 years ago, I was watching something called like Monkey God, like the Monkey God, and it was like a theory on Luffy's awakening, and I would search all these things, but as the series goes on and I become less and less passionate about it, I don't care to look up any of that. I just find personalities that I like and I watch their reactions, and that's the only content that I want.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like, that's what he said, What he said? I'm just gonna read this out. Hold on, dude. Is it okay if I read this? I'm gonna read this out loud anyway.
Go ahead, bro.
I said all caps. I DM'd Franklin. I said we were talking about D4A and not you. LOL. We love you, Franklin. Hope you stuck around after the stream. All love, my friend. He said, "Do you realize D4 is in a mental hospital right now? I am not double 4. I may say stupid stuff, but I will never go full stupid." I was like, "I'm gonna write back. Good to hear. Good to hear, my friend." I just heard Vergo say anime and had the insult at the ready. Poor guy was caught in the crossfire. You were caught in the crossfire.
Yo, bro, he caught more than a couple strays, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. But okay, so I think we definitely, that was a good segue conversation, but I think we talked enough about the Dritz Joy Boy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But I told him an hour ago that I was gonna bring up the One Piece live action stuff and how I felt about it.
Ugh.
I mean, Toddy, I know how you feel about everything One Piece with your weak ass reaction.
Wait, can I read this real quick? Wait, Franklin's so funny.
Go ahead, bro.
He said, he said, I might say stupid stuff, but I'll never go full stupid. And I said, good to hear, my friend. I just heard Vergo say anime and had the insult at the ready. You were caught in the crossfire. I hope you're hopping if you're free. He goes, it's okay, Roger. This isn't 2016 Frank. If I was 2016 Frank, I would have come in the call angry.
Yo! I
responded back with
Yo, what's wrong with him?
That's my guy right there. Hold on.
I got a pocket. Frank's so wild.
Oh man, good man. All right, sorry, continue. Sorry.
No, go ahead. As far as the live action goes. Shut up, Roger.
Wait. You're talking live. Hold on, I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce for reasons I can't disclose. I gotta bounce if you're talking about the live action. Sorry, y'all.
Go ahead. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you guys so much for having me. Appreciate it. And look forward to more news soon. All right. Take care of you.
Peace out, Roger.
Later, man.
Get out of here. But as far as the live action goes, folks, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as people think. Toddy, what? Clearly you have something to say.
No, I was just clearing my throat. Go on.
Cap. What do you want to say, Toddy?
Well, what do you want to say? What's your opinion?
No,
you don't think it's going to be that bad?
You have so much to say that you want to cut me off. What would you like to say?
Oh, damn.
Okay. For one thing, a couple things. I think it looks like shit. I think these kind of adaptations always look like shit, and certain stories just cannot be told in live action. And I can't even think of a good anime adaptation ever that's been satisfying.
Have you seen Ronin Kenshin?
The live action?
Yeah.
No.
Is it good?
It's pretty decent.
Right.
But if you're talking about the Dragon Balls and the Avatars, yeah, those are shit, right?
Well, not even just that. The Death Notes.
Death Note's terrible.
Cowboy Bebop.
Haven't seen that one.
I heard those are pretty bad. Not going.
But this got a bigger budget than all of those.
It does have a.
Have you seen it though? Have you seen what it looks like?
They got a trailer out? I thought they only released the actors.
What's the trailer?
Well, you can see the what's it called? Like some of the pictures of them in the costume. And I think they look.
I thought those are fan made.
Are they?
Yeah, they haven't actually been in.
Yeah, they just released the actors, Toddy. Ain't nothing been released.
I think the actors look pretty good, actually.
Except for, I didn't fuck with Usopp too much, and I didn't fuck with
Sanji. Being a nigga?
Hell no.
Not at all. He doesn't look right.
I gotta see the nose. How they gonna do the nose?
It's gonna look like a dick, nigga.
It needs to be flat and wide.
Yeah, I don't like Usopp or Sanji.
Wow, Toddy.
But the Nami looks good, Luffy looks good, and Zoro looks good. But Sanji and Usopp do. It'd be rough. I could be wrong though. They could fix him up.
Someone said Roger left because he's going to be in the live action. I mean, he may be in the live action One Piece. Who knows?
That's a fact.
I did want to read some donations before I continue on. Trill Bill $310 says, Differentiating opinions are needed to spark the most intelligent conversations and arguments. We love this type of vibe from the One Piece community. This is the escape we look for. Thank you all. Thank you. That is the basis of my channel.
Y'all don't want me to tell the truth.
Differentiating, huh?
Y'all don't want me to start telling the truth, man.
Why?
Because the One Piece community is so sensitive, bro.
Duh.
It is.
I been knew that, big news.
Don't talk about him to you defame his character to call a grown man a Zoroark, bro, and you're stupid. Like you can't have both sides of the fence, man.
Man, can I keep it real with both of y'all?
What's happening?
Is like I've long thought. First of all, I don't tell anybody in my real life that I really read specifically One Piece. I tell them they know I read anime and shit like that, but not One Piece. But I think One Piece has one of the dorkiest, nerdiest, lamest nigga fan base out of anything out there.
It's like One Piece, Star Wars, and Harry Potter.
Dude.
Those three on the top.
You think One Piece is the dorkiest niggas?
One Piece, Star Wars, and Harry Potter,
bro. One Piece and Harry Potter, bro. It's at the top. There's a nigga in your chat named Luffy's Macau.
Bro, I knew it was gonna come up, bro, because you was arguing with that nigga, bro. You're an asshole.
Oh, this
bro,
is,
he named himself. He named himself Luffy's Big Attack. That's a grown man.
Anyway.
Yeah, those are hidden motives, Toddy.
And
he just got some dorks, man. And that's the thing about dorks is
bro,
like,
have you seen that viral video circulating when that nigga dressed as Sasuke doing a Chidori to the camera?
the TikTok.
So now, Naruto's pretty bad, Bucko.
Naruto is pretty bad, but I think One Piece, man.
But Naruto's my origin, right? That's one of my favorite things. Yu Hakusho and Naruto. So,
and as much as I rag on Toddy, I love Hunter as well. But those, I mean, you're gonna have nerds in any culture. There are weird ass basketball niggas like who pretend they're Steph Curry and like beat off, but like Curry for three. Like they're weird niggas everywhere.
But I feel like the weebs are the ones that are trying to shut down opposing viewpoints, and the ones that are really toxic whenever somebody criticizes a series. It's the weebs that are,
but Toddy,
starting shit, and there's just a lot of.
But like I said, and to answer his donation, that is the crux of my channel, is to allow these differentiating opinions.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Whether you hate me trying to get bigger or whatever or not, that's just it is what it is. This is how I run things, and you gonna be okay with it.
He said, "You go be okay."
Jesus Christ, are you talking to me directly, nigga?
Yes, I am, Toddy. I am actually.
God damn,
I am talking to you directly. I said, Toddy,
and you gonna be okay with it.
What did that come from?
You gonna be okay with it, my nigga.
My feelings are hurt.
No, for real, but I love what we've done here, for real.
I'm just saying,
what I'm gonna say is, subscribers, new and old, I don't say this to be pompous. What I think that we have here is a butterfly coming out of a chrysalis.
What?
I think it's really awesome what we've done here. I remember when it was just us talking to 3 people, 2 of the viewers being our burners. Like there are 80 people in the chat right now, sitting here listening to these dumbass niggas, myself included.
80? It actually went up since Roger left. That's crazy.
I do remember the old days, Vergo.
The old days, yes.
You argue with Grim, talking about I'm about to hit 50.
Yeah. Correct, man. And I think, I really, what really is happening here is beautiful to me. And I really think each and every one of y'all for rocking with us, no matter how ignorant and vulgar we get.
Yeah, I like it because you haven't changed. That's my biggest thing.
I don't plan on it.
Yeah, as long as you don't change on me, we good.
Well, the lighting of the stream is definitely
fuck you.
Oh yeah,
for the better because this nigga used to be in the closet.
And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny, Toddy? Those things didn't even change because of me. Niggas gave me the camera. Niggas gave me the mic. Niggas
They say
the
get a new laptop. I remember that.
It wasn't even for me, bro. I wasn't even the one who changed it. Brianna got me the camera. Jay got me the mic.
The
nigga said, "No, you gonna forcibly change,
days.
you bum ass nigga."
Yeah, all this the donation, guys. The donation money you give them, none of it goes back into the stream. I hope you
That's
know.
not true about it.
All that shit
That's
goes
not true.
towards those
Sensei Inc. got me sent me $50 to buy an Ethernet cord. I got it.
An Ethernet cord for $50?
15.
Oh, okay.
He did donate 100 like last week though.
Mm.
That's
He
good.
always be dropping bombs.
Since swimming in that YouTube money now, you know how it is. Let's see. $10 from Lutich Neo says took some shrooms, so here's $10.
Hey,
Oh,
all right, my nigga, go crazy.
Turn up, bro. It's Saturday night.
God damn,
You need
bro.
to stop watching this.
He think he in the stream
Your
right
mind
now.
is probably fried right now. You said, damn, yeah, Roger's face, these niggas crazy. You said, am I on the referee?
I'm on shrooms.
That nigga is smelling colors right now, bro.
He think he paid his Netflix subscription.
You wild.
Speaking of substances, man, like this is completely off topic.
Oh.
I'm on my 3rd day of no cigarettes, and my tongue is about to fall off, man. Like
Nigga,
these withdrawals
get a
are
patch.
real.
Yeah, I'm never.
What?
Get a patch.
How did you get into cigarettes? Because that's never been appealing to me.
That's the thing, and I've had this theory based on how I grew up. I think if your parents smoke, you got a really good chance of smoking when you grow up, because that's the only reason I got into it. Was it's always been around since I was a little shawty. But yeah, once I was 16, I just started stealing them from my parents, and I just been doing it ever since.
Jesus, you thief!
That was I mean, I guess I can confirm you black.
That's okay.
You smoking Newports?
Hell yeah, Newports.
I'm sorry, that was actually super ignorant. That was super ignorant. I apologize. Also, chat, we're at 69 likes. Don't like the video anymore.
Nice.
$5 from God. That's who I should be sending a link to. $5 from God to be seen. Look at Vergo. Been a while since Durag Roger. Keep it up. Durag Roger is something else, man.
God to be seen is real.
God to be seen. Stop spending 25% of your wealth to get your comment read, nigga. Just type it. Type it. We would read it.
I would definitely read it.
You don't got to donate it.
Maybe you just want to support his guy.
Oh shit, Sensei!
Why?
Wow, bro. Speaking of Sensei, and the nigga appears. He said, bro, a thief in a port head.
A port head.
Got him, nigga, a port head.
I like that word.
Yo, what the fuck, a port head, bro?
I'm 3 days clean then.
Oh my god. Speaking of man, and he appears. We got a lot of people that pulled.
Man.
We got a lot of like big homies that pulled up lately. Sin, Sage, Roger, Anime Fan Talk.
Why aren't they getting in the call?
Vergo,
sometimes niggas just want to view. That's why I don't get on call sometimes.
You got to get my boy from Neverworld in here, bro, for Christmas.
I have never had a single interaction with that nigga.
Bro, well, that sounded kind of hateful. We're gonna skip past
Wait.
We're gonna skip past that.
I ain't saying like I don't fuck with him. I just don't fuck with him.
Hey, you heard it, Tommy.
No, I didn't. I'm laughing at that over the top reaction you had.
It's 2 YouTubers I fuck with heavy. That's Vergo and Neverworld. My niggas, bro.
Real talk, I watch nobody.
Big news.
Like, I don't even.
Big news. I find it weird that you even consider me like, yeah.
He's in the top 5 black YouTuber. What are you talking about?
Is he black?
Big news. I'm talking not for Neverworld. I'm talking about me, bro. You consider me like a YouTuber? I'm just your nigga.
Yeah. No, you a YouTuber.
I'm just your bro. I'm your nigga.
Like, you my nigga when we talking sports. When we talking this One Piece shit,
wow.
you a YouTuber. Yeah.
There's nothing YouTuber about this nigga. He don't even show up to his own streams.
I'm respect.
He's telling the truth.
I'm respect this crab. When he fell asleep at the referee, that was some.
Wow, big news. Wow. Wow. What up, Yo,
what's good, all of y'all, man?
You said when I fell asleep.
Hey, Toddy, I want to get at you, bro, with that cheap jab, man. Hey, just because $5 is 25% of your income don't mean it's 25% of mine.
Yeah, you called it a cheap jab. A cheap jab is the right term. Yeah, cheap jab for a cheap man.
Hey, bro, I live by my means, man. I gotta have money for, like, the better things in life, like Jim being black.
Exactly.
Hey,
gotta be seen and gotta steal Newports like you, bro.
Gotta be seen.
Hey, bro,
I was 16 when that happened.
Hey, Toddy, I'm gonna be real. I started smoking Newports back when they used to not like regulate the fiberglass and the filter and shit. If you smoke a pack a day, you literally coughed up fucking blood, bro.
That is the reason why
that shit's real, bro. That
gotta be seen.
Bro.
That's why they were called cancer sticks.
Yeah, bro. Like they was monster, bro. Like I know, like many of people that shit fucked up because they just couldn't put that shit down, bro. So like you actually quitting, I'm proud of you, bro.
Hey, Chad, don't be laughing at him, bro. Sleeping Virgo is not my proudest moment.
Sleeping Virgo is the best Virgo. It's because that is your best commentary.
Bro,
that's his best commentary.
Bro, these motherfuckers went to Virgo's Wikipedia page and changed all the information. They changed it. Like, occasionally falls asleep and punk ass like, yo.
Bro, did you read what Kozuki Kai just fucking said about my goddamn voice? What the fuck?
You sound tired.
He said, God, he sound like his throat was dragged through some railroad tracks. That's wrong, bro. Kozuki Zaki been bogus in forever, bro.
Oh shit. Nah, man. I think what it is I've been cutting back on all that excess lately, and I ain't had nothing to knock shit out of my chest, if you will.
For sure.
Man, speaking of knock shit out,
huh?
Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I've been trying to stay distract myself with anything while I'm getting this nicotine out. And I've quit before, and I know it takes 4 or 5 days. But one of the distractions I've been doing is jacking off. And I have been jacking off way too much. Hold on, I'm going somewhere.
I don't think you are.
I think he's gonna be like, well, Toddy, you can't be outside the store doing this every 5 minutes, just like you did with your smoke break. I think the managers might have an issue with it.
No, man, no. I'm doing it or I'm doing it in the bathroom at work or something like that. But the thing is, when you jack off a certain amount, regular porn doesn't do it for you anymore. So you got to get more and
be
more
creative or something.
Porn. I'm not watching illegal shit, but I am watching some very weird shit. I don't know
Toddy, bro.
You get hold on.
Hey, wait, what up, huh?
Like people hanging from the ceiling by ropes and chains, kind of shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Wait, you talking about Squanchy?
I'm talking grannies.
Oh my god!
That boy Toddy got mama.
Oh no, he said he want grandma cookie jar. What wrong with him?
I'm desensitized to regular porn at this point. I'm desensitized.
That's what it is, bro. You became
shit.
Hey, bro, you better be careful. You gonna mess around and you gonna see them people that in there stuffing all kind of things in there, bro.
Oh my fucking god, Toddy, what the fuck?
Grandmas, because I always wanted to break a hip or two. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Bro, Hans, what the fuck?
So Hans want to show
up, bro.
And I say,
I'm gonna be real with you now. I did. Oh shit! Big news in here.
Wow, you gonna disrespect me, God, to be seen.
What's up, big dog?
I'm fucking with you, bro. You been so damn quiet, man. I'm sorry.
Happy for you.
What's up, my guys? Appreciate you.
He said that niggas
bro,
watching
what is
niggas
wrong
get
with y'all? What the fuck?
Now y'all was sitting here talking about grandma coochie. That's not me. That's y'all.
Nobody's doing any. Nobody's doing any of that, bro. And what the fuck is Hans? You over here talking about breaking hips and shit, nigga? What the fuck?
Yeah, there's not. I believe in AARP. I'll break a hip.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna take it way back. Nah, I ain't gonna say it on YouTube. All right,
No.
All I'm gonna say is,
Vergo
man,
ain't never
Toddy,
been monetized. You can say whatever.
Hey, Toddy, I got a question, man.
That nigga said
Hold on.
anything past 12 is long.
Yeah,
I remember that.
You can't do that now.
Yeah,
Hey, hold
bro.
on. Hey, we got video evidence.
Hey,
We got video
hey,
evidence of
why you
that.
talking about that shit, yo?
I'm mature.
No, y'all. I heard a turn that I want to ask y'all if y'all heard before. This shit got me wilding, bro. Like I want to smack a motherfucker. Have y'all ever heard of a MAP?
What that is?
It's
a
map. Yeah, it's something about being a minor attracted person.
No.
They trying to change. No, they trying to change the term, bro.
Stop
They
it.
trying to
Stop
change
it.
the term,
Burn it.
bro.
Nope. Kill it with fire. Nope.
Yes, I heard that shit, bro. I'm about to get heated, bro. I'm about to get heated.
Can y'all slow down? Hold on, slow down, because I don't understand what any of this
he
is.
doing too much. That's what that nigga. He doing.
No, I heard some shit on
he's
some
not
like
saying that he
some
condones
off-brand
it.
services, bro. Like people using terms they trying to get okay, and I'm not okay with that.
Shit, nigga. The fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
But like this is. Yeah, this shit's like coming out of like the little communities, if you will, from like the queer communities and shit. Now they're trying to push that shit. I'm like, no, you don't do that, bro.
I don't understand what's
like.
Hey, y'all let me see that. Y'all see that Juicy meme? Well, Juicy be like, we got him. We fucking got him.
So nobody else has heard about this shit.
No, but,
nigga, I don't be on. I don't know. No.
Y'all want to talk about One Piece?
Yeah. So
we go.
I actually wanted to talk about because I heard is nobody here excited about the live action?
I am. I'm hella excited, bro. I'm
think
be
it's
real
gonna be
with
cool.
You gotta understand something.
Like I got good faith. Listen, if it was Netflix Japan making this shit, maybe I'm racist or nationalist or whatever. But if Netflix Japan I don't care. If Netflix Japan made it, that shit was gonna be hot ass. But the fact that the United States is making it with Otis sign of approval, I kind of have faith that they'll stick the landing.
I feel that.
Why?
Because the budget.
If you look at their track record and turning shit from like video games to other like sort of other shit that's been fucking fictionalized storybooks or whatever onto live action, they've actually like look at The Witcher, for example. Like The Witcher should not be as successful as it is. Frankly.
That's different.
I got a question for you.
And mind you that money created Dragon Ball Evolution.
That's cap. That's cap. What's the budget?
American company with money.
Well, no. That's what y'all are missing, though.
Hold on. This budget is bigger than Game of Thrones, or it's supposed to be at the level of Game of Thrones. This is big money we're talking about.
Massive. And
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones got a big ass budget.
And here's the thing for me.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the biggest question for this whole shit is like, because we all read One Piece, right? One Piece is fucking weird. Period.
Well,
at the end of the day,
I still think it can convert over, bro.
No, it can't. Are you okay? Let me put it to you like this, God to be seen. Imagine live action Frankie and his fucking bikini bottoms talking about super. That shit's gonna be weird as fuck.
There's gonna be aspects that they might have to change. But I'm talking about like if we talk about like I'm talking about just East Blue. Like let's just cut all that extra. Let's just say East Blue as a story. East Blue, like sure, there's some stuff in there that can be exaggerated with CGI and whatnot, but for the most part of it, East Blue is tellable in live action.
I mean, if we're being honest, I'm with God to be seen on this one. So, because we've already done this. Everybody,
Romance Dawn, that whole saga would be bad on screen live action for real.
I think it would be good.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
No,
the first time
he said it's doable, right? And everything.
I think it's doable. I don't know now whether or not it'll be good. That's another thing, but it is doable.
But what I'm saying is, everything in One Piece has already been done cinematically wise. Mr. Fantastic can stretch. Pirates of the Caribbean has the whole ocean scene. Rocket Raccoon is a fucking raccoon that can talk.
Yo, they fucking did Mysterio on fucking Spider-Man. Like
that's what I'm saying.
All this
can be done.
Well, a lot of what.
But that's the thing, though, is it ain't gonna be.
It's AAA movie shit, but the first time I
see that's the budget of a AAA movie.
I mean, for Christ's sake, they're out. They're in Cape Town, bro.
Budget of a movie.
Bro, they're in Cape Town. You got to have a budget to be out there in Cape Town. I know. I've traveled out there.
The first time I see a live action nigga yell out the name of his attack, I'm turning the TV on.
Oh, give me
there's certain
bro, Toddy, I think
there's certain shit that does not.
You know why you're not going to enjoy it.
That's the thing.
No, that's bullshit. You're not going to enjoy it because you're already writing it off.
Hold on, I want to see the live.
I saw Death Note.
How Luffy getting stretched, bro? How Luffy
Death Note and One Piece are the same.
Mr. Fantastic gets stretched.
But it was another anime that was created by Netflix.
What other by Netflix US or Netflix Japan?
There's a difference.
Oh, is there a difference?
There's a big difference.
There's a massive difference. There's a massive difference.
Netflix Japan. They'll get creative, bro.
With the Death Note series, they hit you with that Attack on Titan series.
Are the actors Asian? Are the actors Asian in it?
In the One Piece series, no.
Yeah,
no, they're white and black. Usopp's black as hell with dreads.
I don't know. Some of them are Asian.
I think that
it's literally one nigga, and it's the nigga
Zoro
to be Asian.
Every one of them is supposed to be from like different areas. I think they did kind of. I thought Sanji was supposed to be French. They got like a British dude to play Sanji.
Roger said it on his stream. He was just like, it's kind of low key fire that they chose the British nigga to be Sanji, because when you think of Brits, what do you think of?
Soups. I don't think. When I think of Brits, I think of fucked up teeth.
The cigarette.
You don't think of the Queen? Nigga, what the fuck?
No, I think about Austin Powers.
No, I think of. When I think of Britain, I think about Austin Powers. I think of bland, flavorless food and people that confuse what the fuck food.
I think about beans and crumpets.
I think of Theory too.
I also think of Theory too.
Oh well, you guys are just racist.
I don't know if they make it more realistic. If they make it more realistic, I think I might be able to get it down. But if they try to keep the charm of the manga, then it's going to be corny.
Like, no, but here's the thing. Like, I don't think they should. Like, if they're going to do a copy and paste, just take everything that happened in the manga, make that shit live action. The shit will fail. No question about it.
So you think it needs to be grittier? Like, do y'all think it needs to be more seinen?
There's a lot of.
There shouldn't be anything like that.
There's a lot of
a little different.
That's in One Piece that works in a manga because we're anime fans and all of that.
If it's as wacky, it won't go well.
Well, no.
What I'm saying got to be seen.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. It seems.
Hold on, guys.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Let me mute me.
Right? Like Sanji's over exaggeration of his interest in women. You know what I'm talking about? Where he's fucking Nami Swan, all of that shit. Live action, that shit's corny as hell.
Yes, sir. You spitting. None of them.
That shit. Well, the Nami Swan stuff, you ain't gonna see that. Hold on, bro. You don't see
that. That's chivalrous, right?
Right.
That's still sitting there talking shit to Zoro, like, motherfucker, I ain't gonna get you no fucking food. And then Nami's like, yo, let me get a bite to eat. And that motherfucker like, hell yeah, you can have whatever you want. If they could strike that tone, it'll be funny, it'll be charming, but it won't be like there's an over exaggeration of One Piece in these characters that like you gotta let that shit go. You do.
I think that's the problem is in the 2D form. We have a little bit of over exaggeration of character features of stuff like that, and I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna transfer into the live action. I don't think that's what they're taking from it. I think that like the same thing with like let's say that first scene right where Luffy pops out the barrel to fight Alvida or some shit like that. We're not gonna see. Yeah, like I don't think they're gonna like show this like Alvida flying clean across the fucking ocean, but it might show her like get hit and like laying into that fucking, in front of the boat or something instead of like bashing into the boat and like, you know what I mean? Like flying off into the sunset.
There is a like One Piece weirdly has this tone. There are moments that are very fucking serious, and they're the moments that we love, right? Like the nothing's wrong moment. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nothing
the moment
happens.
in Eni's lobby when
Hey, y'all bring that up, but I think that Luffy,
like there are a lot of moments in One Piece that are so serious and so fucking like if you saw that shit in live action, you like it would be one of the coldest moments in television. Period. You know what I'm saying? But like they have to. It's like I mean, it's a fine line that they got to fuck, and it's a hard line to walk. And the only saving grace that they have, like they got a lot of room to be risky. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like if this live action flop, it's not like motherfuckers are not going to start fucking with One Piece no more. You know what I'm saying? Like we're just going to read the manga and we're just going to call it a day.
And
you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. If this flops, I think they're really gonna attack motherfuckers because of how much the fan base is invested in this shit.
Are you going to stop reading One Piece because the live action was ass?
Nope.
No. Let me tell you something, bro.
I'm gonna stop reading One Piece because the manga.
Shut the fuck up, Saudi.
Bro, what I'm saying is you got people that are bandwagon fans, bro. You got people that will probably never get into the series because the shit's like 1,000 chapters and a fucking 1,000 fucking episodes. So they're like, fuck that shit. But with the live action, they got like a couple episodes. If this shit hits right, it has a chance to open up the door to a whole different side of the fan base for One Piece because it had a shit rollout here in the West when it first rolled out. And because of that, it never caught on like Naruto and EBZ. And I think that this is a chance for like it to really get the shine in the fan base it really deserved and people to get more into it the way they really should, man.
I also think like the benchmark for me in my mind is this Cowboy Bebop live action, to be honest. Because like, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, I seen that trailer for Cowboy Bebop and that shit.
Damn, man, you took coverage.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed in it.
It looked mid as fuck. Let's just be real about it. Like it's just not the same. It's not the same tone.
Bro.
You can like they're trying to. There's
Faye
too much.
Valentine is
in that Cowboy
Faye Valentine is out there looking like a 5 or 6.
Can y'all niggas hear me?
But I think
oh shit.
But I think that Cowboy Bebop, like in terms of an audience score, right? If that shit is like if that shit is average, like I'm talking about, it's not great, but it's not horrible either. I think that to me, what that means is that One Piece live action is probably going to be good because there's going to be a lot bigger budget. There's not as many profound names on that motherfucker like there is in Cowboy Bebop. New actors.
Well, no, hold on. This is my issue. Is somebody that was a genuine Dragon Ball. Like I started out on Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z, so like I followed a bunch of this shit, bro. And so like when I see that live action, bro, like the way that they took liberties and shit like that, every single one of them that I see when they go to these live action adaptations, there's a pieces and key elements of the story that they just hold on. What I'm saying is there's key pieces and elements to the story that outside of the gag stuff, outside of like visualization stuff, I'm talking about real key components to the story. When the story transfers over, gets changed in these live actions. And what I really worry about is that we're going to have a One Piece live action that isn't going to be One Piece. It's going to be a different form. And basically it's going to be Oda telling One Piece through the live action rather than the way like an actual, like a One Piece adaptation.
Because like by the time we even get this shit, we're probably like by the time this live action come out, we'll be damn near done with the whole story. Like, let's just be real about that, right? Like, we may just be getting out of Wano by the time that shit is over. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Wano Dragon.
Motherfuckers is too... And I get it. Dragon Ball Evolution was hot ass.
Oh, my God.
But that shit also came out like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
No. It's what they did, bro. Look what they did to the story. Is what I'm saying.
Live action is stigma.
Let me finish, but that's my. We gotta let that fucking shit go.
I agree with Hans.
Back when Dragon Ball Evolution came out is not the same way they make movies now. Like if you look at any Marvel movie, right?
All right. So you saying, hold on? Are you saying that live action Bleach is gonna be higher?
Oh, yo, wait. Nah.
Them shits now, the Marvel movies now are basically 2-hour long animation movies. You know what I'm saying? You got your live action nigga, but when you have your action scene, I don't give a fuck. That shit is anime.
Oh yeah, all that.
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep on? Yeah, I'd like to jump in too. I've been wanting.
Nah. Okay, listen. All I want to say in regards to that is that just because you see the care or you see the stuff that they're doing for Marvel movies does not mean that they're going to give that same care and same meticulous treatment that they're going to give to anime. Because listen, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Anime is just now being somewhat accepted over in America, over in the Western audience, where people aren't looking at you like looking at you funny. These are American comics that you're talking about as far as like the Marvel movies. So there's a different level of respect that they give those. Huh?
You misunderstanding my point. No, that wasn't my point. Why, bro?
No, bro. You said that you said that the Marvel movies are like animes. And
in terms of their
you're right. You're right in that, but you got to understand that the care that they're giving that is because they respect this, like they respect those stories more. They like a lot of people grew up on those stories, and you got to look at the writers who you have on those as well. They're actually big fans of this, they're big fans of the stories that they're telling. That's not the case when it comes to anime. A lot of people don't even understand anime. And then how are you gonna portray the quirky atmosphere that One Piece has to a Western audience?
But that's the point that I was making earlier before you even got here. Like that quirky shit, they cannot. It's not gonna work if you're trying to make One Piece true to form, right? From manga to live action, the shit's gonna be ass. It's just not. It's just like One Piece is too weird. It's too quirky. It does not translate well to a live action television audience. It just don't work. The point that I'm trying to make, and that's why I brought up these Marvel movies, is that the technology that we have to make a show like this, to even show it, right? Like in terms of the effects, in terms of the visuals of it, obviously. It's gonna be out of this fucking world. Let's just be real about it. And the first step to even knowing that is just by looking at that budget. The moment they told us that shit is the same size or even larger than Game of Thrones, they're on the right track. The question now is whether they can find the right tone that works with a live action audience. If they go too much into this right now, if they go too much into this Tommy Swan, fucking moss head, curly brow shit, it's not gonna work. But if they can find those balancing acts of like that, those moments where Sanji and Zoro are arguing about, say something like food, and Zoro like, yo, let me get some food. Sanji like, nah, and then Nami come up like, yo, let me get some food, and that nigga swoon. You know what I'm saying? If they could find the right way to have that dynamic within the Straw Hats and within that story without going to this extra Alvida, I used to be a fat bitch, but now I'm bad as fuck. I genuinely think that they have a hit on their hands, but they do have to take some liberties on what they choose to do and what they don't choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Like even when, like, if you take like Nami's backstory, they don't even have to go all extra with the fucking her stabbing her fucking arm and shit in live action. There's no question that shit'll be powerful, but if you have a whole bunch of quirky shit surrounding that, obviously it's going to be problematic.
I agree.
Well, hold on. What doesn't the whole concept of One Piece, it belies the fact of how serious it is because of how comedic and playful it presents the story. And so when you see the serious stuff that goes on, you don't realize the depth of it or the seriousness of it because of how lighthearted the tone of the story is and how it's presented. Like some of the stuff in One Piece is like hella fucked up. Like even for just any kind of series, like the shit that goes on in One Piece that has been done to some of, like, Brook literally left alone for a half a fucking century with the bodies of his dead fucking crew. Like that's some horrid shit, bro.
Listen, I don't disagree with you, right? Like there is a lighthearted nature to One Piece that you do need to capture, right? But you also don't need like at no point do I want to see this nigga Luffy with chopsticks up his nose and in between his lips. Like there's no need for that.
Yeah, not in live action. I'll give you that one. That one is a conceded point. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's gonna be different. Like if Luffy really rocked the shit out of BB in live action,
yo, I couldn't even imagine.
Oh shit!
You get to beating the brakes off her,
Oh
bro.
my god!
That's the greatest TV show of all time.
Damn,
all time.
How you really feel?
I'm just saying that shit. I always like violence.
But this is my thing, y'all. How they gonna do Buggy? How the fuck are they gonna do Buggy without it looking goofy as shit?
That's my point. But there are like when Buggy's first introduced, right before he
Buggy's something serious, bro. Like when he was first introduced, he was something serious, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like there is like this deep character moment that you can have with Buggy and shit that I think is interesting to tell. And like you also got to think about the length of the episodes. Like the episodes I think is supposed to be like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, some shit like that. So there's a lot that they could do with just, Sarah Village, with fucking the arc that we meet Zoro in with Baratier and then Arlong Park. They do that in 13 episodes and an hour episode each. Yeah. I think they can cut out of the fluffy, like a lot of the jokey, hee ha ha shit that just doesn't work, and we could have something real gritty but still comedic that I think works.
I think that like what you touched on, Syrup Village would be the perfect one for that because you have the goofiness of like Usopp and all his bullshit, but at the same time you have those serious moments with Luffy versus Kuro when he freaks out about how like Kuro treats the crew. Like seeing Luffy like in live action, a scene like that, like the look in his eyes, like watching bodies being dropped around him, like what the fuck, and then like coming to a realization this dude's just mobbing on his crew and snapping in that moment. Like that could be handled really well if it's done right. But at the same time, how the hell are they going to have this man like running up and jumping across Luffy's fucking arm, running at him with the swords and shit like that, and it not look fucking goofy?
All right, gentlemen, I must end it today. Well, I guess now it's the next day. It's midnight.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate everybody pulling up, man. Today was a fun fucking stream. Much love to y'all for pulling up as always.
Appreciate it, brother.
I'm a little drunk. I'm gonna get up out of here.
All right, my boy.
My boy.
Right, yeah.
But hey, y'all have a good night. Deuces.
Big dog.
Skirt, as they say. Bye-bye.